Okay, I think that should be it now. I think I enabled the... Yeah, I think it's streaming now. Okay. Let me check. Can someone type in the comments? Can you see what's going on? Can you hear me? That would really help out. You also see here. Uh, 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 okay. Let me just check over here. If everything is really 1 second. Okay, I think that should be it. Okay, awesome then. Whew. So yeah, I guess that's the first stream that I've ever done, and we'll see how it goes. Usually I do enjoy having time to prepare for a video, and pretty much, hey, uh, hey guys, let me check. I'm streaming for the first time again, so I'm not sure how everything on the YouTube exactly works. Okay, but yeah, uh, well, I guess the idea for this stream was that I'll end up opening. I have a ton of crystals left to open. Let me check. Yeah, I do have plenty of crystals left to open. 1 second. Is it? I think it's a black screen again. I tested it, and it worked perfectly fine. Okay, when I was switched to full screen, it worked perfectly fine. But I think it's now showing black screen for whatever stupid reason. Come on, game. Yeah, it's popping in and out. Okay, I guess I'll have to do it this way. For the most part, I think that should do. Let me check. I think it should be visible properly. Okay, let's go this way. It's not full screen 100%, but I guess it's working fine. Hey guys, yeah. Well, I guess I'm a bit I want to see how the whole stream will go, right? But yeah, I guess I can start with opening up some stuff, and I do have I would also like to open some 5-star crystals exactly here in chat, but I want to get more shards, so to open it up a little bit later, if that makes sense, right? So I guess we can start, and I still have those firecracker crystals to open, so I guess that we can start with the with them. Let me see. Okay, 5-star shards and decent amount of Shenix. Okay, that's really nice. Yeah. Okay, you can see everything. That's nice. Okay, combat shards. Okay, that's a lot of combat shards. I haven't finished the entire event, so I still have a few left to collect, but I'm curious, how did you get treated by those chests this event? I'm really curious, how are the raids for everyone else going on? I think this was pretty solid so far. So let me just open those random crystals now that I have the free daily crystals. Thank you. Okay. By the way, from what I'm checking out here, I think the stream is maybe 10-15 seconds behind, based on what I'm checking over here. So yeah. Hey guys, yeah. It's good to see everyone popping in. We get more and more viewers. Yeah. I'm really excited, for the whole thing. I'm really curious how it will happen. Yeah, there are some names I recognize over here. I know from the comment section. Thank you. Thank you, Adrian. You know, I'm trying. You know, let's see what happens with the streaming. Like I said, I do enjoy doing you know, the regular old videos, right? But maybe maybe I can do a stream. You know, maybe one a week or so, depending on the reception, depending on how well it works out. You know, yeah, it's my first live stream, so uh, so yeah, I'm curious how it all works out. Yeah. Well, again, for now, what I had in mind was to open like the crystals, and you know, I guess it's a bit more exciting opening them up live than otherwise. But you know, I had some also other things in mind. You know, aside from opening crystals, we can go and maybe test some bases. You know, layouts, whatever. You know, we can talk about things. So you know, feel free to you know, feel free to say what you how you feel about it also in the comments. I'll check about doing it on Sunday. You know, I'll see how it goes. This Sunday I wasn't able to, so I went with the Saturday. But you know, I'll see how the viewers feel the best, as well. So yeah. But otherwise, you know, so far so good, I guess. Okay, so I do have some Metamaker crystals for the Decepticons that I ended up getting. So I guess I will also have to. I play on mobile as well. In fact, I prefer to play on my phone, but PC is just a lot more convenient for streaming and content creation. I definitely feel a lot more comfortable playing on the phone. It's quicker. I'm better. I get better results, definitely. So yeah, I do prefer playing on the phone. But again, for the convenience of content creations, PC is just a lot easier to do things, especially streams. I wouldn't be able to do streams really otherwise. Yeah. Okay. So let me go. Let me tackle those Metamaker crystals. Those are for Decepticons, and I do not have a good chunk of them. So first, I'm gonna be getting a lot of new ones. But once they start getting duplicates, I'm gonna get a lot of shards, pretty much, which is well the end goal, really. Okay, let me check. I also have Spark 200k. Okay, because those they also give a lot of spark, because these crystals, they drop 3 stars and 4 stars, and they do drop a lot more spark from the duplicates than your average, you know, 2 star. Okay, so okay, 4 star. Okay, okay, let's start getting, and I'm hoping to get, you know, as many 4-star duplicates as possible. Okay, so multi-stars 5.6k spark. Okay, I'm curious how much spark I get from from a 4-star duplicate. So yeah, okay, and I'm curious how, you know, what kind of pulls I will end up getting as well, because okay. Okay, I got to it once. Okay. All right. Okay, so not a lot of spark, but shards are definitely adding up. 360. Oh boy. Oh, okay. Okay, that's pretty exciting. Let me check. Yeah, it's adding up. And combats, yeah, I also want to open up. Yeah, that's a good idea, Artemus, definitely. Whenever I'm able to, I do also try to get the combiner gates and such bundles for opposite factions. Sometimes I will have to, you know, skip on them, but definitely they're absolutely worth it, man. Yeah, and yeah, they can really give you a lot of shards. It really adds up, definitely. Okay. So, for anyone else who got Metamaker bundles, well, how did they treat you really? Because I am really happy with my results, but I'm curious how other people ended up having, right? Okay. Let me also just check one more thing. Okay. Let me just check. Okay. I was checking something in regards to stream, and so far so good, I guess. Okay. Okay. So I got the new one. Okay. Let me now refresh. Okay. Open up to 10, and let's keep popping those crystals. Yeah. I'm definitely also a little bit, again, I say that quite a bit, but I do have my concerns from the balance page. There are some good things coming with it and some bad things. Oh, I opened up the other crystals and I got a lot of okay. Which ones did I open? I opened these. Okay. Let's crack them up open, I guess. And I'm hoping for as many combat chips as possible. So let's go get them. 30k, that's crazy, Artemus, definitely. It's definitely good to have some 5-star shards saved up, for sure. We also getting a new Titan, being the Scorponok and Fortress Maximus. Well, not new Titan, but the new 5-star. So, I'm not sure if I'll go for that one. But it's good to have 5-star shards saved up. Yeah, it's a pretty good decision. The Metamakers are really worth it, so getting all 4 is definitely really good, Artemus, for sure. Yeah, based on what I'm seeing, this is really crazy. I get a lot of Spark, Combat Spark, Shards. Yeah, this is incredible. Definitely. Okay. Okay, so 180 of these, that's very nice. But yeah, Metamaker bundle was definitely very well worth it. Thank you, Dragon Wolf. Yeah, we are really trying to build a really good community over there in A1 family. So I'm really happy that you feel like playing a lot more again, as well. Yeah, Covenant is a bit of a more chill place, the chill alliance, but for sure. Okay, I hit power core limit again. Let me check. What will the next Titan be? We have no idea, but they are generally released based on toys. So, what people suspect is the most likely is for Autobots to be Metroplex from Transformers Cybertron, and for the Decepticons to be Tidal Wave from Transformers Armada. But it's purely speculation, and that's basically because the rest of the Titans, the toys, are basically reskins, repaints. So that's pretty much the most likely one. Ward plays. Okay, yeah, bought one bundle. The new 5-stars. That's crazy good. That's really really crazy. You really got good pulls, definitely. For sure, and I'm also glad that made some of those crystals be available free in the previous event, so that's also really helpful. But yeah, that's really, it really adds up. Okay, let me check. Maybe I should empty some of the cores because I have a ton of them. So I should probably convert. I won't be opening probably because they tend to be really boring. So let me just randomly add them up, and to make space for more cores. Okay. Not you. Only the one in increments of 5, because it's gonna be the quickest. I'm sorry that I haven't done this before. I completely forgot about it, and I honestly never expected to have so many cores, really. Um, because I always, before I always found myself in a need of cores. I was always leveling something up, especially prime cores are huge sinks in terms of resources and cores, so leveling them up is definitely um, a huge money sink. I don't want to go with these G ones. Let's take them all. I do have his G metal already, so it's much less of a concern. It was worth it, yeah, definitely. Which 5 stars did you get? You said you got 3. So I'm curious, because sometimes you get exactly what you want, but sometimes exactly what you want is waiting for you at the last pool. Hey, no worries. It's okay if someone is a bit more. Well, it's not really late. I'm happy that you make it at your convenience. Again, I am. It's the first stream. I do not know what time is really okay for everyone, because I do have viewers really from across the world. About 28% is from USA. That's the majority. Good chunk are from UK as well. There are viewers from India, Indonesia, Philippines. There are viewers from other European countries also, but I guess these are the majority. Those time zones can be really conflicting, and I'm also from Europe, so there can definitely be some conflicts with the time zones. So I'm trying to find the best time that we can all really come together and be on the stream. Let me check the chat a little. Firepower got a lot of stuff from the bundle. Yeah, and that's really nice, definitely. Especially if you got. Did you get any 5 stars? Okay, and Ward plays 5-star Waspinator, Full Tilt, and Tiptop. Waspinator, yeah, he's interesting. Waspinator is getting a bit changed in the upcoming balance patch. He will be getting his damage will be changed to cryo damage. Cryo damage is meant to be as some sort of a replacement for water. Water is being phased out. So it will be the cryo damage. So Waspinator is definitely gonna have that change, and I really like the counterpart to Waspinator is Tigerhawk, and I invested a decent bit into mine, and perhaps I will build him up a bit more and maybe do video on him, because I think this bot definitely has a lot of potential. Currently he does normal damage, and that's something that I actually like since it's element neutral, but otherwise yeah, I can I am curious how it ends up being. He also got Full Tilt. Full Tilt is also really nice. He does a lot of single target electric damage, but we'll have to see after the balance patch how will the meta shift. And Tiptop is really nice. Tiptop is special in defense as well, so if you run your Waspinator in defense, it works well. Tiptop can be a menace. Another piece for God Neptune, but no luck. You'll get him definitely. I had to spend a lot of 5-star shards for my God Neptune, so you'll get him. Patience is the key, I guess. Dart Crankers, you got Mindwipe, Iron Bison, Blitzwing Gripper. That's a lot! That's what, Mindwipe, Iron Bison, Blitzwing Gripper, Snapper, Headstrong. 5. That's crazy, dude. 5, and they're really good. Mindwipe is also getting buffed. He will affect 3 or 4 targets with his hack at once. I think it's 3. The tooltips are not fully clarified yet, so it's either 3 or 4, and it's really strong. Iron Bison is crazy good. Blitzwing could use a buff for sure, but he's decent. I know the Reaper Snapper is really solid on defense especially, and Headstrong is just, we all know how powerful he is. Hey Flash Striker and Meme, good to have you. And hey Camo, really nice to have you over here as well. Word plays right now, Full Tilt is at level 30. Yeah, he's worth it. A good chunk of 5 stars are really worth the investment. And I guess the idea with the balance wedge to make you a bit more powerful. Insanely happy for the stream. Thank you. I really appreciate it. Really appreciate it. I wasn't sure again how will this whole thing work out. But I hope it ends up being good, you know. And I'm really happy that I'm able to live, you know, talk with people live. Terentius, hey man, yeah, it's good to see you here as well. Yeah, I'm seeing a lot of faces that I'm familiar with, you know, especially from the Discord. Some are from the Alliance family, some outside. So I'm really noticing some familiar names, and I really thank you. I'm really glad that everyone is, you know, it's 18 viewers currently, and I'm really it's more than I expected. I have to say, it's a lot more than I expected. But yeah, now let me check. I'm really curious how many 5-star shots. Okay, about a bit more 2,500 or so already. That's you know pretty crazy, you know, for me. So I guess we can keep digging. In Hands of Steel, yeah, they're seriously solid. You know, I like Mosh. He can be a little bit crazy at times, but you know, Hands of Steel, you know, they're really doing incredible work. They grew so much, you know. I remember an outfit Misfits Angels. I heard about Misfits. I think it was a different alliance over there. I heard about them. You know, that's nice. That's nice. But yeah, Hands of Steel. Yeah, Mosh is really putting in the work over there. And Mage and TG Star. TG Star Wolves. That's nice. Okay. Yeah, I'm noticing some familiar names. You know, Meme. I think I've seen you on Discord. You know, so I think I recognize you from there as well. But yeah, again, it's I also like that I'm able to interact with people live. You know, talk with people. Oh, Soldier is here as well. Hey, hey, it's good to have you here as well. You know, for the first stream. You know that's exciting that so many people are coming. 24 viewers already. That's nice. That's crazy. Okay. Let's see. Yeah, I'm not recognizing a lot of names here. You know, I would have went to Armada if it wasn't for Prime Force. It's still a little HQ 18. Yeah, just being HQ 18. Just being HQ 18 is it is definitely a bit more work, you know, when you get to HQ 18, and then there is quite a big of a step further to go into Prime League. But if you're willing to learn, you know, it's we are here, you know, we can all help, you know, it's not a problem. When someone is willing to learn, that's the best. Let me see, I was opening which crystals now, I completely forgot. Let me check now. Hey guys, you know, I'm noticing, yeah, a lot of people are joining. Hey, oh, and Soljaya joined as a member. Thank you. Thanks a lot. You know, that I appreciate it a lot. Your third member right now. And of course, I want to give a huge shout out to the other members, being Joker and KW Mirror. Joker was the first. You know, he's an amazing guy. He plays with me in Armada 1. Really nice fellow. And I recently got account after being gone for 1 year. It's good that you always get your account back, you know. Is what I always tell to people: don't sell your accounts, don't lose them. You know, you never know when you may feel like returning to the game. You know, when you feel like you want to go on a break or whatever. You know, don't keep your account. Just keep your account. You know, I have some other games that I play. And you know, I play them on and off, and I want to really, you know, just keep account list for the sake of memories, but you never know when you'll get an itch to return to that game and try playing. But yeah, Firepower says, I just got Big Daddy and I have him on Blades on defense. Okay, Big Daddy is really powerful. Yeah, definitely huge powerhouse on defense. He can be really annoying, especially if you don't get rid of him. He's also really bulky, you know, he needs 2 shots from a smoke screen and Bakenik to be killed. He can do a lot of damage, so he's really powerful. What's the cause of that loss of account? Oh no, I didn't lose any accounts. Word lost. Lost it after an update, yeah. How did you lose it after an update, really? it was like a phone, you know, like a system update, and it wasn't available, or how did it go by? You know, I'm curious. But I always try to, you know, tell people to link your account to your mail, whatever account that you have. You know, I play on Android, so we link it to the Gmail, but I believe Apple users have to link it to App Center, something like that it's called. So always try to link your accounts, keep them backed up. But yeah, it's nice to see so lively. 25 viewers right now. Okay, 25 viewers. Oh, Bobby is here. Oh, thank you for coming by, Bobby. You know, you know, so many familiar names are coming around. It's so happy to see you all over here. You know, especially for the first stream. You know, yeah, that's pretty crazy. What's up, guys? 28 viewers. Okay. Oh, it's going a lot further than I expected. Okay. iPad Raiden had to restart it. That sucks. Definitely. Yeah, try to keep always link all your accounts. Try to keep them always, no matter the game, no matter what happens. Try to always link your accounts for sure. But yeah, I'm glad so many familiar names are over here. You know, I really do feel very thankful that people are willing to, you know, take time out of their life and join my first ever stream. Who knows how the stream may go, you know, but people are having enough, you know, faith and interest, I guess, so that I don't, you know, mess up. And to answer to Camo, yeah, definitely I'm definitely opening 5-star crystals. I may even open them all, you know, I may even open them all. And also, oh, I also have 2 of these, you know, I can open 2 of these. And definitely, I can pretty much open them all, you know. If there's interest, I can definitely open them all, it's not a problem. And here's Bobby making a joke. Who are you going for? Well, for bots, I'm not really sure. I'm not really sure for bots. I pretty much have everyone that I really want. And when it comes to bots, let me check. Lightspeed I would like to get. Metalhawk is awesome, but I am concerned with some of he's getting cost increase in the upcoming balance page, and that's why I'd want him a little bit less. Chromia is getting buffed, but I'm not, you know, 5-star Computron, you say. You know what? That's probably not the worst idea. Let me check. Computron. Okay, Lightspeed. Yeah, you know what? If I get Lightspeed, I can go to batch 13, and Scattershot is guaranteed pull, so that's 2. Okay, and last one will be Afterbreaker, who is batch 15. Okay, so let's see. Lightspeed, huh? Oh, I'm seeing a lot of familiar names here. And thank you, Michael, for popping by. He's my friend we've known each other for 20 years now. So, you know, he's my in your life friend. So I want to, you know, I'm really happy that you come by to say hi. Thank you. That's unexpected. That's very unexpected. But yeah, let me check if I missed any comments. Okay. Not so far. Okay. Metalhawk is getting cost increase, I believe, from shot user. Honestly, look, Metalhawk, yeah, from my understanding, cost increase will be 4 + 4. And that's quite a hefty increase. That means you need 12 energy for him to cast his ability twice. But for use for Brainstorm, I would probably keep using single target options to one shot. And yeah, we've been friends, yeah, for over 20, roughly 20 years. We've been friends since we were 5 or 6 years old. Okay, so almost 20 years now. But yeah. Okay, okay. enjoy, you know. Uh, I'll hear from you. Okay, okay. I'm curious what I'll hear from you, but you know, enjoy your time out. Um, but yeah, let's see. What was I talking about? I was talking about Metalhawk. Look, he's still good, you know. Yeah, I'm definitely concerned about the cost increase. I would love to get him. And I also have a video, you know, upcoming for Brainstorm. He's fully maxed out, you know, just to the guilds to an extent. Actually, no, he's only, you know, ranked up once, but otherwise, you know, he's maxed out. And he's good, actually. He's also getting, I believe, cost decrease. So actually, if you want to use, you know, Metalhawk with Brainstorm, I'm not fan of staking AoE with AoE, because I think you are losing a lot of energy. But you can try. But yeah, okay, I guess I have normal crystals to open up. Brainstorm, yeah, Bobby, definitely. Brainstorm is really good, actually. Let me, I mean, I think he's getting cost decrease to 5 plus 3, if I remember correctly. I can boot up Playtest. Let me actually check. Let's boot up Playtest. And hope it doesn't ask to update. Brainstorm. For some bots, you know, I have some bots, you know, have build videos planned for Sea Spray, Star Saber. Who else am I working on? I think I have 2 more work in progress, but for some I want to wait for balance page to come out, because some of them are getting changed. Okay, so let me see. Brainstorm. Brainstorm. I don't have 5-star over here. I was too lazy. Let me find him. So the 4-star. Let me just check the cost. 4 plus 3. Okay, 4 plus 3 is adjustments. I would love to see your options for Brainstorm. Definitely, Artemis. I will go over it for sure, but you know, for core, pretty much G1 is best in slot, because you really need the damage increase. And also from the balance page, another thing that I really like is they are adding passives into the abilities. So basically, Brainstorm has a Vector Prime passive built in, but it's never said anywhere, ever. So I like that it's being, you know, stated in the ability at least. Aerate or Brainstorm? I prefer Aerate personally, because he has a greater range. But you also have to understand Brainstorm, he does the, you know, the slowdown. So let me check. Let me return back to live version. He does slowdown for 95%. So basically, he completely stops enemies from doing pretty much all damage for 16.5 seconds. And you know, on top of it, he deals damage. So they're different. Yeah, 4 plus 3 is a huge buff for Brainstorm, but I think it's a very fair adjustment for sure. Go for first 5-star computer, huh? And Bobby says, I think that he is broken, but don't worry, I won't say anything. Oh, Bobby. Artemis isn't a range. Okay, you know what? Let's check it. Let's check the range. Okay, let's check it live. What do I have here? Okay, so I have Aerate here, and next to him I will take a Brainstorm. Where is it? Yeah, okay. Let's check the range. Let's check it right now. Again, this is all subject to change. It may change, it may not. It is probably not going to change. Okay, but let me... Okay, 1, 2. Okay, so Aerate can reach comfortably. Okay, yeah, his range is getting reduced, for sure. Yeah, the range is now being the same. Yeah, fair point. The range is now being pretty much the same. Fair point. Okay. Fair enough. But okay. Now that I mean, it really depends, you know. They also work a bit differently, right? So basically, Brainstorm is kind of a domino effect type of thing. So let me put them side by side. I can do it on the live version of the game. So basically you trap several buildings, and each building that explodes deals this amount of damage. So if you destroy 2 buildings, or if you destroy 1 building, and basically it causes a chain reaction. So in terms of that, Brainstorm can out damage Air Raid. However, Air Raid does affects only single target, and it deals this amount of damage to everything around. So they also work differently. So I think it really depends what they're going after. And also people tend to forget that Air Raid is only 3+2, and also he stuns for 20 seconds. It can have some usage. You can stun an outpost bot like Beachcomber for 20 seconds. Sometimes I do it, not always. So just something that to consider. But yeah, the range reduction is definitely a little bit more concerning. But I think honestly, I think I'm gonna be fine. Really, I think I'm gonna be fine with the changes. My team does rely a lot on Air Raid, for sure, because he does normal damage and doesn't care. But I also really like Brainstorm, and I'm curious about using them. And Bobby says, to be fair, you can use both of them for a different tactic on the stunning and slowing. Yeah, definitely. They do different things, and they do damage in a different way. So absolutely use both. You can. Absolutely, that's a very fair point. And also, I really like using jets because they have the highest base attack of all. Actually, Brainstorm has a bit more health, and less attack. But jets in general have a lot of attack, so I love using them. And a slap on them like gun. For example, like Cosmic Rust Blaster puts him at extra long range, so he's basically a gunner. Basically, again, Cosmic Rust Blaster. But yeah, and RK, I was thinking to get Air Raid, 33% chance before going 5th part. Should I? Honestly, I think it depends. Do you have a ways to do consistent AoE damage? Because if you do, for example, if you have someone like, let me show, Tasmania Kid, I'm working him up. I recently pulled him. He does a ton of damage, so let me show him on playtest to show the full damage that he can deal. 12k damage AoE disables for 3+2. He is definitely going to be new meta. Already is, but after the nerfs that are coming to Optimal and Leo, he will definitely see a lot more play. So it really depends if you have enough AoE. Otherwise, you also have to consider that Ruination is getting nerfed as well, and I'm not sure about the extent of those nerfs. Let me check if I have it here. Ruination. Okay, so some changes have happened. Okay. I guess I could check. Okay, so if you want 5-star skill, you summon holograms. Okay, you know what? Let's try. Let's see. I'm curious about something. Because when it comes to ruination parts, 5-star really excels at elimination mode. So let's try it. Ruination. Okay, let's go elimination mode, and I'm curious if he can do it. Hey, well, jumping on to show my support. Thank you, King Grimlock. Thank you. We'll see. It's really nice to have a lot of people here. And Kema wants to know if I should rank up my pipes and SG Jet Fire to Captain. Both are worth it. Definitely, I have both at Captain. Worth it for sure. And Bobby, yeah, pipes. Yeah, pipes is very reliable. So let me try here. Okay. Should I have control setup? I have. Should I wait the update? Optimus? Wait for the update, probably. That's what I have to say. Again, I'm showing some things, but it may not make it into the live version of the game. It may not really be the case. Or is the shield generator? Did I miss it or not? Okay. Waiting is for the balance page. It should come soon. So it's probably in the long run going to be the better decision. Okay, now let me just clean up. Oh, yeah, noticing the cooldown. Okay, so let me check. So, God's Sting, you count the enemy, you do normal damage, and then free collecting damage over time. Okay, Tidal Wave is getting changed. Smash your sword to the ground, targeting an enemy at medium range, and 8% damage reduction shield. Okay, so let's see if I do this. What is the range? Range is getting reduced a lot. Okay. Sea Spray is really amazing. If you have him, he's very reliable, for sure. Okay. And now let me check. God Splitter and Ninja Shockwave that deals normal damage to enemies in the line. So he is losing after that effect. I think that was entirely unnecessary. And now the most important thing. Let's drop decoys and let's see if they can damage the HQ in elimination mode. They can. Okay, so I guess urination will still be worth it, at least for the elimination mode, for the Xenogen farming, I guess. But otherwise, saving is probably going to be a really good idea, because we do not know the extent of those changes, and changes are not going to be, they're still going to happen, because from my understanding, from what I talked with Dale before, the idea of the balance patch is to roll out the first version and see the response, see how people respond to the balance patch, and also check if something has been nerfed perhaps too much, which may be the case for Leo Prime. Now that we are talking about, let me show you. Maybe not too much, but definitely his nerf, in my opinion, was a little bit too hard. He's getting a cost increase to 7+4, previously from 5+8. So hefty cost increase. His damage is being cut significantly. Again, this is without his G1. So let me show you an example. His range will also be changed. So let me show you actually range side by side. Let me pop up a live version, and the playtest version, so you can see the difference in range as well. Okay, so let's pop him in the back of the shuttle. Okay, and click this. Okay, so his range, so he's basically reaching there. Okay, and I'll keep it like this. Okay. Yeah, there's definitely quite a bit of a range. Yeah, change in range is definitely quite visible. I think that was unnecessary, and the reason why I think we're using Inferno to assist Leo. Yeah, Artemus, this is definitely a very sound decision. Let me check. That's also why I built up my own Inferno. Where is he right now? He is over here. Yeah, I built up my Inferno. He can help, but the main point that I'm trying to make is that Leo, right now, currently, the upcoming balanced version, the nerfed version, is weaker than he was before he got buff that make him so overpowered. Basically, Leo, upon release, people were not really fond of him, and what happened? He got a significant damage increase. That's it. That's the only thing that Leo got. From release to the point of being overpowered, he got a significant damage increase, and that made him overpowered. So, from my point of view, the logical thing to be, would be to just decrease the damage, just scale it down to the middle. That makes it balanced, but they went definitely too far, and now we have to understand that before the buff he was in need of a buff, and they buffed him, but they buffed him too much. So instead of scaling down the buff, they nerfed him to the state so that now he's in a state that he's weaker than he was back when he needed a buff. So it doesn't make that much sense to me, But at least another bot that I'm happy is not getting nerfed so hard is Optimal Optimus. He's getting a range reduction. If you notice, he's... Okay, so basically let me show you now compared to the 4-star, because 4-star I have at ability level 10. Okay, so going from ability level 10 to 11, you targets burn for additional 30 seconds. So basically it significantly increases his damage. So comparing this, Leo is definitely too powerful for sure. And he only needed a damage decrease. Yeah, Bobby, for sure he's back to damage, so just scale down the damage, Just scale down the damage. 5 cores of challenge now for sure. Leo is still good. if you enjoy him, go for it. You know, yeah, like Artemus said previously, there are ways to use him. You know, especially with Inferno. Inferno increases his damage by 50% more. Well, the damage of all bots in your squad, and that includes Leo. So you can do it absolutely. You can also use Arc and Nemesis. Their passive also increases it by 10% further. Ranks also apply. So yeah, it can work. But I'm curious about Leo really. And we have Action Whale joined related. No, I'm happy that you made it. You know, I heard you had to do some weed whacking, so you know. But I'm still glad that you made it. That okay. Having Inferno with Leo is a bit overboard, which is a good thing. But think about other boards that need the damage boost. Well, you're in luck because Inferno boosts damage of all bots in your team by 50%, both normal damage and abilities. So you're absolutely in luck. So if you have a bot that you wish to do more damage with, like Air Raid, Brainstorm, Tasmanian Kid, whatever, Inferno can absolutely do it all. He can do it, you know, and he boosts all damage, so including normal damage that bots do. So pair that normal damage with something like 50% speed increase from Streetwise, and I think you can see a lot of passive damage just coming in. Yeah, I think we can really cook up some interesting strategies. But yeah, I think that Leo nerf is too far, but optimal nerf is really good. You know, optimal. He's getting a range reduction, but huge damage increase, and I think that's fair. So let me show you. Basically, his ability lasts for 10 seconds, but he also gets range. Okay. Yeah, and that's on playtest. He's getting a range increase, and the buildings will burn for a longer period of time. So let me show him in action. I have Viljek about 90%. Yeah, Slayer. Viljek is really amazing. I really like one, and that reminds me to also, I would kind of like to get him as well, I guess. Okay, so Optimal is definitely getting a range decrease, okay, and he's also getting an area of effect decrease. So let me check. Yeah, he affects a lot less buildings now. But damage is really good, you know, damage is there. So Optimal, I think I'm gonna be using maybe, you know, honestly I dropped a lot of fireballs from my team. Optimus will be hella strong. I think he's more balanced now, Bobby, because currently, let me show, this is Optimal on the live version of the game, so let me just show him. Currently I do love, I like how he works, and he's really satisfying. Range decrease, damage increase, yeah, I think it's a fair change for Optimal. And currently, yeah, he's look how much area will be affected. This is the live version. It's huge area that's being set on fire. Right? Look at this. That's definitely a bit too much. As much as I love Optimal, but yeah, his nerf I can accept. I'm fine with his nerf. I think with Leo they'll eventually to be too far, but we will see. Again, they'll said that it's not final, that it's still a subject to change. So yeah. Really. But still, you know, Leo. Yeah, I think he's still fine. You know, again, especially if you use him with Inferno, and he can. What I like to use him as is to clean up trash buildings to help with pathing, basically, so my bots can walk a bit more consistently. Let me show you. You know, I guess I can show here on the base trials, right? Pretty much. Are they making changes to Whirl? I'll show in a minute. But yeah, when it comes to Leo, I'm pretty much gonna just clean up for the sake of pathing, so that I can just, you know, deploy the rest of the bots, and they can all be in a bit of a consistent situation, so they need to go to other sides and squad split, etc. Right? But for Whirl, changes for Whirl, let's see. I do have him maxed out, luckily, so let me also give him a core. Okay, let's give him a core so that we can really see the full damage. Yeah, like Bobby says, changes are not final and confirmed. When it comes to optimal AoE, is really not balanced. Well, really, that depends, Bobby. Because I'll show you in I'll show you right now. So he's meant to do 13.8 thousand damage across 13 seconds. So let me turn on Prime League hard mode effects and let's turn on hard battle. So we have things over here like multi-defense system, you know, having a very hefty amount of HP. There's also heavy healing. Fireproof course I used. Shielding is present. Range is getting decreased significantly. So honestly, I think that the current nerfed version of Optimal should be put through more testing in higher league environment before things are signed off. Because I can understand how it may seem overpowered for general play, because if you're farming, he can, you know, zone 15, he can still probably solo zone 15, but then again, there are a lot of bots who can do that as well. Some bots who are considered pretty trash, quote unquote, like Strafe, you know, that's Trust for Decepticons. He can solo zone 15, you know, he can usually for the most part, you know. Sometimes let me show you. Let me show you. Strafe, okay. Zone 15. It all depends, you know, if your zone 15 has a combiner active or not. It depends, but let's see. It has combiner active. That was not favorable matchup, but I'll try. I'll try. And for the sake of potting, let's go over there. Okay. The idea is to reach HQ as fast as possible. I want to take down this MDS because it can do a lot of damage. But the idea is to reach HQ and preferably not pop. Of course he popped the combiner. Okay. And why is this here? This is messing up the whole run, but okay. Let's do it once more. If it weren't for the zone heal, he would definitely do it. Yeah, for sure. He was almost there. A bit unfavorable matchup for him, but pretty much the point that I'm trying to make is that there is a good chunk of bots that can also solo something that is considered easier. So okay, let's go with Star Saber. You know, let's try with him. Let's try with Star Saber, the 4-star. I do have 5-star, but let's go with 4-star. And he's definitely in need of a bit of balance. And this is the okay, he can do this, no problem. So let's go over here. Okay. Guess I can make a bit for him to do more damage. Okay, and let's just go to the HQ. Again, this is 4-star. And he's kind of considered trash by a large majority of players, so I think that when it comes to balancing, we should definitely look from all aspects, because competitive players, they do invest the most money into this game. They are the biggest reason why the game is going on. So if something is amazing for lower tier but sucks at higher tiers, I think that's something that we really need to consider before we, you know, release it. I guess that's just the point I'm trying to make. And Camo, I am sorry that but yeah, okay, so for Whirl, his rockets are being fire damage, and they're being damaged over time across 6 seconds. So that's interesting. There's a decent amount of damage, okay. And acid thrower, 5.6k for 6 seconds. Stay plus stay, okay. So I think the cost is remaining the same. So let me check him in action for the sake of range. Let me check him for the sake of range. He lost. I love Star Saber as well. I really do. That's why I have 4-star. Of all things, you know. Let me check. Let's turn back to the live version. I just today upgraded the 5-star to ability level 11, and here is the 4-star at ability level. I had him before. Was that Star Saber? Yeah, Bobby, that was Star Saber. But the point that I'm trying to make is where are you, balancing things? If you're balancing things in casual environment, there are probably 50. Half the bots can probably solo zone 15. So yeah, try to use competitive environment also to kind of balance things out. Star Saber's defense bots, yeah, definitely, and I'll explain why. But let's wrap up with Foral over here. So his range, I think, is really decent. I'm not sure. I think his range is relatively untouched. That's a fine range. Okay. Let's target this and let's spray. And I'm just curious, this is playtest, so I'm just playing around. I think his range is fine for the most part, really. He can help clean out the trash buildings, I guess. You can spam it like twice, maybe. To help with the sake of passing. Just saying. So if you're a World fan, I think it's perfectly fine. But okay. Let me check. You mean about higher zones? Not necessarily about higher zones. Now that we're talking about zones, let me show you something. How many do I have? 24. Okay, yeah, that's live version of the game. Okay. Zones are screwed up. Completely. The zones are a mess. So let me take... I'll take whatever. Let's take Volcanicus. And let's go to Zone 16. Zone 16 you can get anything from HQ 17 that just upgraded to a tier 1 alliance. Okay, so this is HQ 18. We got HQ 18. Okay. This is Zone 16. With Prime Cores. Okay. Let's see what else am I going to get. Okay, let's see. Let's keep going. Zone 16 again. The previous one was relatively easy to beat. Okay, another one. Yeah, that's relatively easy to beat as well. But there's definitely a major difference. Yeah, I'm wasting fuel cells to kind of try show the differences. So far, these I guess fit the bill. Okay. Yeah, this one already. Yeah, this one for example has shield gen and combiner beacon active. And I did not want to deploy blue streak, but that significantly alters the difficulty. Okay, let's keep going. And let's do this. So let's keep going. I still have 2 more rolls, right? And this one has adaptive shielding. Okay, that's definitely very, very inconvenient when it comes to soloing. Okay, and I think I will have one more in a minute. Let me check. I think I have somewhere battle history. Do I have losses somewhere? No, I do not. I'll try to show it on screen, that basically the zones are completely whacked. That's my point. Yeah, we need more consistent zones, definitely. Also, Prime Zone. Prime Zone, you can also get anything from HQ 16 to Tier 1 Alliance. It's completely random. And definitely, zones need to be definitely revisited. But let me check. I missed a lot of comments, so let me catch up. Dragon Wolf, I'm also almost to Titans. That's good, the Titans definitely alter the game significantly. They make you a lot more powerful for sure. And Meme says Star Saber was in my Prime League squad, very useful in popping outpost bots and my Noscon with Leash Maximus to hack them. He's fun, Star Saber also. What I want to point out, so he can do stun in an area, right? Decent amount of AoE damage. He gains 70% shield reduction for 20 seconds. He also does this, the ricochet shot that does damage in an area every 8 seconds. Does 20% extra damage to shield or electrified targets. Victory Leo drops a grenade that deals also decent amount of AoE damage. Grenade also chills targets, reducing their speed by 70%. So he helps deal with outposts a lot. And you can also, something like, for example, I always have Cosmic Rust Buster in my team, so basically targets receive 40% more damage from electricity. Well, elements, you know, Cryo will be added there as well. But my point is, yeah, Star Saber is decent. He's not as terrible as people think, but he's definitely in the need of a love. So let me show. On playtest, Star Saber is getting a cost decrease to 8+3, and this is very, very fair. He needs this cost decrease. He definitely costs too much for what he does. He does a decent amount, but not as much as some of other bots. But yeah, we need consistency, yeah, definitely. And I have a question. If Predacon Inferno gets fixed too much, could Trigger Happy start to become popular again as a firebot with decent damage? He'll always remain untouched. Trigger Happy, yeah, you know, that's 6 gun for your Autobots. And as you can see, damage is really decent. This is mine, level 67, with a core. This is a really decent amount of damage, but he also costs a lot. But there are also a lot of other AoE options, and he only does fire damage. You know, that's the amount of fire damage that he does. The rest over here is being normal damage, which is not affected by Buildbot core, so that's a significant boost. And Bobby asks what is wrong with zones. Let me see. I have 5 more. So let's go again to zone 16. And let's see what happens. What will I end up getting over here? Zone 16 is more consistent than zone 17, right? Maybe. I'm honestly not spending much time in zone 16, but today I encountered situations where zone... Okay, and here we have zone 16 again. You know, Combiner Beacon charged, Shield Gen charged, Prime Course. There are significant differences between being just HQ 18 and other thing, but the main point I'm trying to make, well, today I encountered in zone 16 HQ 17 base, and afterwards I got someone from G1 Psyops, who is one of the best lances in the game. So zones are like opening a surprise booster pack of cards. You don't know what you're going to get, you know. 16 and 17 are completely whack. And I do not have fuel cells anymore to show you. I'll try to, you know, I guess in a future video. But yeah, Prime Zone is definitely more wacky, for sure. Very inconsistent as well. 16 and 17 are very inconsistent, for sure. Defense no break. Okay. Is it okay? So is it smarter to open 5-star crystal before balance changes or after them? I'll be asking because it's enough for the. I would save. If you can be patient, please save and see what happens. For sure. 17 Absolute Veil. Yeah, definitely. You know, Action Veil makes a very fair point. What do you say? So the zones are not balanced. I'll talk to the team. Yeah, Bobby, definitely talk to them. I tried to show on stream. Sadly, I'm out of fuel cells. Actually, give me a second. I think I can show you an evidence of zones being now that I remember. Well, you have seen zone 16, right? It's inconsistent, but let me show you something else. Let me just check. One of the things. Okay, I'm just going to turn off the sound over here. It's in my very own video on how to level up fast, and they are hitting prime zones quite a bit. So let me just. Is it this one? Maybe. Let me check. Oh no, hitting zone 15 here. This one. What did I do here? Also zone 15. Come on. Then maybe it's where is this video? Doing it free to play. Let me check. No, I did it on an alt. Okay, I guess I'm gonna have to provide evidence for broken zones to a bit later. I'm out of fuel cells and I do not have any footage right now, but zones are broken, Bobby, so I'll show you for sure. Sadly I can do it on stream, but yeah. Yeah, Bobby is the real one for sure, definitely. He puts a lot of effort, so kudos to Bobby. And actually, a good example is the test server prime zone, because you'll get other playtester or bots. Yeah, playtest is also a fair option. So this is playtest prime zone. Yeah, he makes a fair point. So let me show you. You can usually get bots that are HQ 17. You know. Okay, this one isn't. Okay, so this is one example of a prime zone. So you know everything is charged. You know, while the shield gen is charged. But this layout is bad. You know, it's a test layout. So let me check. Let's keep going. Let's keep going and let's see what we are now getting. The prime zone. This is the test server, and test server is also very unbalanced. So I guess I can show it here to an extent. Okay. Okay, HQ 18. Okay, this is much stronger base already, for sure. Layout is better. Okay, and let's try again. Let's try again. And because yeah, on the live server, prime zone is pretty. You can get anything really from HQ 17 to completely stacked base. Okay, this is a really good. This is a really competitive base to an extent. You know, it's a bit of an older layout, but this is generally pretty good. Okay, this is what you would expect from a Prime League base, pretty much. Again, the layout is a little bit dated, but it's very strong. Everything is in place properly, so this is the strongest base that we've encountered so far. Again, this is the playtest server, but let's keep going. Because yeah, like Action Whale says, sometimes you get completely random HQ 17 bots. Okay, I think this is the same one that we got previously. Okay, let's keep going. Let's keep going. Well, have some fuel cells to refresh it as quickly as possible. Because yeah, definitely do have some concerns about it. And would you look at that? HQ 17. HQ 17, no prime cores, nothing. This is infinitely easier than previous bases, and this is prime zone. And you can see same things happen in zone 16, but let's keep going. You know, I guess I can do a couple more. Yeah, direct, yeah, for sure. HQ 17 again. So you get my point. Unfortunately, same thing is also in the live version of the game. Live version suffers from the same situation. You don't know what you're going to get. You know, maybe you will get HQ 17, maybe you'll get HQ 18, and maybe you will get a completely stacked tier 1 alliance base that will completely smake you unless you bring your A game. So yeah, Bobby, definitely. I'll try to DM you later when I will have more fuel cells to check, but yeah. Whew, okay. I want more challenges. I'm hungry for challenges. I can feel you, definitely. That one didn't even have a Titan. Yeah, Action Wheel, exactly. That one didn't even have a Titan. Yeah, zones are very wacky. For sure. So let me wait. Honestly, I really want to open some 5-star crystals. What do you say? I kinda want to open some 5-star crystals. So should I? You know, I kind of want to open combat chips, really. Well, I have enough to open 2, but I really want both Styler and Peacemaker. Sure. You know what? Let's open combat chips first. Let's open. Let's go. Let's see what. You know, it's end up being. Let's go. I may also open another, also a 5-star bot crystals after this. You know. Okay, Styler. Sure, I like Styler. What batch are you aiming at? Well, for combats, you know, let's clean this up, you know. Let's finish it. One more. Let's go Peacemaker. He's last in the base, so I'm just gonna get him. And also gonna open 5-star bot crystals. So which one am I aiming for? Well, a lot of people are a lot of people are, and there go Peacemaker. Peacemaker is really a menace, especially on defense. So know what I'm gonna do? I think I have enough actually. Red alert, I have on defense, so instead of let's go, and let's give you Peacemaker for sure. Peacemaker on defense can be an absolute nightmare to deal with. Let me upgrade him a little bit more. So it only increases the attack speed. Okay. Okay. Okay, let's up it to 6 to 100%. But let me show you why can he be a problem. Okay, so every 45 seconds you hack enemies, 2 enemies, you know, and they attack at 100% of their attack speed, and for 5-star it is for 12 seconds, and he also the AoE damage. So Peacemaker is very strong, and also see that I do not have a core here. So let's go with just G1. I had Vector over here for a base, and I'll probably switch to Vector later, but I'll have this for now, so just that I'm not coreless. As for Styler, he's really amazing, and I will, you know, do something with him as well. But yeah, as for bots, you know what? Computron, huh? Okay, so let's go for Lightspeed. Can I get Lightspeed first pull, huh? Can I get Lightspeed first pull? So I have 33% chance for Lightspeed. Let's try. Let's try. Lightspeed, come on. Lightspeed, Lightspeed, Lightspeed. And it's and it's Chromia. Okay. 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 Let's try again. Let's try again. Lightspeed. Lightspeed, 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 Lightspeed. Come on. Lightspeed. Now you're not gonna escape from me. Now you're like, he's like now he's not going anywhere. Now he has to drop. Now he has to drop, yeah. Had to clear an entire batch for him. That leaves me in the need of more 5-star shards, so I will have to go and get more. I do have a lot of these over here. You know, that's a lot of 5-star shards. That's a lot of... Oh, and now, Bobby, now that we are at it, where is Raiden? Where is Raiden? You know, can you please ask the team where is Raiden? Because let me show you, Raiden and Dino King, right? They came in November. They came November. Let's upgrade you. Okay. But why are they not available in the shop? You know? Well, the reason why I have so many, I was saving because one event I missed 4-star Raiden pieces. So I was saving up thinking that they will come to the shop like they were promised. But we are still here, you know. From November, now it's July, you know what, 8 months. Still no Raiden in the shop, you know. If you don't have a 3-star Raiden, you know, if you can't even get him anymore. So when is he coming to the shop, you know? So Bobby, please ask the team if you can. Please ask them, did they forget about Raiden? Because good question, pretty sure it will be a bit delayed. It's delayed already, so you know, I understand, you know, I'm fine with delays, but please ask them and let's see what happens, because where is he, you know? I still miss 2 pieces and I'd like to get the last one. And what do I have here? Okay, I should get some I think I should get some 4 stars, 5-star shards, yeah, from here, from the achievement rewards. Okay, yeah. Each new 5-star gives more. Okay. So let's see. This leaves me with 3,000 exactly, pretty much 3,001. Let's see. Let me check. I put him to upgrade. Perfect. So I don't waste time. And now let's keep. I have to keep digging crystals, guys. I have to keep digging crystals, and. Let's take down the chips first because I have the least amount of them. Okay. And combat chips. Also, let me check how many shards do I have, because I really want as many 4-star duplicates as possible. Thank you, Bobby. Please ask them. Please ask them, because they never respond. Then, man, you know, where is it? My brother started playing recently, and he kinda can't get Raiden at all because he was only available once in an event in November as a 3-star, and afterwards they only had a couple 4-star events. So yeah, please ask them, Bobby, because it also affects new players as much as existing ones. So please ask them, definitely. But yeah, let's go and let's open. I'm hoping for more 4-star duplicates. Those 4-star crystals with that many shards are worth like 7k. They are probably worth more. They are probably worth more. And let me check how many more. Okay, no, I don't want to close. No, I don't want to close. And let me check how many more are they worth it. Okay, so let me pull up calculator. Okay, and I have okay, divided by 2500, that's 127. Okay, that's clear. 127 4-star duplicates, each drops 185. That's 22k, almost 23k 5-star shards. So quite a bit more than the initial estimate. And I will also get more. I'm gonna open more crystals. Let's finish chips. But yeah, I do have a lot of 5-star shards, saved up, I guess, in terms of 4-star shards. Yeah, Raiden and Anakin are very overdue. And I'm also curious, before Raiden and Dino King, they were bugged. Basically, their 4-star skill was intended to decrease only water damage by 60%, but it ended up decreasing all damage by 60%. So I'm not sure if they fixed it. I can't test it. Because I don't have him. I have him on Playtest, but Playtest is still not live version of the game. So yeah, I would like to test it, but I can't. Terentius, yeah, and you know what? I'm happy that you did your math wrong, because I almost lost, couple 5 stars if your math were true. So in this case, I'm glad you were wrong. But yeah, Bobby, I have okay. Bobby, I'm sure that you have all the 4-star, all the shards. Okay, I got 4-star duplicate. Okay, that's nice. It's ending up. I know. Yeah, Bobby. Especially when you went undercover by having Bobby in your name, having the loyalty level 10, but being HQ 14, and then you were surprised when people discovered that you were the dev. Well, I'm just saying. But yeah, love you, Bobby. Love you. Really appreciate you because you will talk with the people, and that's really, jokes aside, that's really nice. That's really good thing, man, for sure. Action will gladly take them off your head. Got a ton of boss that need ranking. Honestly, I do have some boss that need ranking as well, but I kind of don't really care about ranks all that much. Ranks are nice to have, and luckily they are not a must-have. In my older videos, I went up against tier 1 teams with I think I only had 2 captains, Pipes and Minerva, so ranks are nice. Okay, and Bobby, I swear people knew who I am straight away. I maxed my HQ level 17, but now I don't have a Titan, and is that sus? Well, it kinda is, because the moment when everyone wants Titans, so yeah, it's definitely sus, Bobby. Because players just want Titans, when you log HQ 17, you really want a Titan. I know for myself, I really wanted. Oh, double 4 stars. Okay, that's nice. That's nice. Yeah, it's definitely sus, Bobby. People like Titans, you know. Well, majority of people like Titans, and they can be kind of cool, you know, to see huge robots fighting, you know. Even regular Transformers are huge robots fighting, so yeah. Uh, it's just exciting. So, yeah. I have HK8 account and HK12 account. That's nice, yeah. Alt accounts can really help out. Um, you know, especially from the HK12 is more fun. I can really understand that, you know. I can really understand it because, you know, when you fight, you know, in the easier levels, games definitely a bit more chill and can be a bit more fun. Because, well, if you've seen some of my other videos, there's so much going on there, you know. If I'm going up against like a tier 1 team or whatever, there's so much going on over there, you know. There are outposts who can pretty much, if you do not pop outposts carefully, they can pretty much, you can lose your entire team, you know, if you're not careful. Earlier on, game is a lot more forgiving and a lot more things work. So yeah, I think that earlier game meta is definitely more fun, for sure, definitely. Vorpet is my favorite bot. Vorpet is really nice. I really like how he was able to damage Titans, and he still is, but from my understanding after the balance patch, only Titans will be able to damage Titans, but still Vorpet is really nice, you know, doing a lot of damage in a line is very, very nice. Once I saw a guy play level 87 without a Titan, that's also sus. I know what you mean, I know a couple people like that, and some of them just hate Titans because they hate Titans. It's as easy as that, you know. Double 4 stars, okay. Okay, that's okay. Let me see how many do I have right now. Okay, I'm getting close to another one. But yeah. Yeah, some people just hate Titans, so they do not have them. Another 4 star, another 4 star. This is like the YouTuber streamer luck or something, because usually when I'm not making a video, I do tend to get terrible polls. So let's hope that remainder of the polls will be as exciting as this. But yeah, the thing is, you can never mess up in the lower HQ levels, while if you miss one click in the game is GG. Yeah, Bobby, definitely, pretty much. Yeah, that sums it up, you know. If you get a little bit too close and you do not destroy a Liege Maximo defense core, it can be a GG for sure. You can get your entire team hacked, and it hacks for what, 12 seconds, but those 12 seconds can completely turn the tide. So yeah, later on, wars are definitely, you know, things can, it can be less fun for an average player. I can absolutely understand that, you know. I do have an alt also. I think it's lower HQ, you know. I do have 2 alts at HQ 18, but also have like 4. I have multiple alts that I'm only holding in alliances, just so that we have an alliance in a backup. So sometimes I tend to play there, and it's, yeah, you have a lot more room to mess up, a lot more room to learn, and you can use the wider variety of bots, and it can definitely be a bit more fun. I think that Titans and Prime Cores, defensive Prime Cores, really, you know, change the game to be a lot more unforgiving. But you know, it is what it is. You know, there is some charm to that as well, I guess. But I would love if War Leagues were reworked, where, you know, lower leagues were just quite simply simple, but because, you know, you can go to Bronze League and you can see people with Titans and all Prime Cores, so, you know, it just doesn't make sense. It's just not fun. So yeah, now let me see. My problem is that I have to rely on Ruination so heavily that to upgrade everything becomes harder. Well, Ruination is getting nerfed. So, you know, but yeah, I understand what you mean, really. He does make things so much easier, but even then, you know, later on, if you do not use Ruination properly, he can also, you know, you can also lose. So, definitely. That's a lot of crystals left, don't know if I'm going to survive. What do you mean, man? What do you mean, Camo? Why wouldn't you survive? Let me see. Five power Ruination, got Neptune, Saber as main arsenal for power leveling. For sure. Honestly, yeah, Ruination, got Neptune, they make power leveling fun, and they're just farming combiners. Sure, they're very powerful, you know, definitely the most powerful combiner, but I really enjoy them for the most part because of farming. Really, that's what I like the most about them, so yeah. Okay, 4-star, nice. Okay, Action Whale says, me when I accidentally use the free targeting abilities right when I tap it and not... I can find that, you know, quite relatable, and sometimes, very rarely, but sometimes when you just click and you want to use an ability, you know, and you click exactly where you want the ability to go off, and it just goes off somewhere completely where it shouldn't go off, you know. Optimus is very guilty of that. I'm not sure if you... Yeah, it goes out to the map. Yeah, it shoots out straight out of the map, and sometimes it's not a misclick. I don't think it's a misclick, honestly, at times. Sometimes I just feel like it happens, and you know, it's a skill screw up. But yeah, let's see what else. Yeah, a lot of max bases in bronze silver. Yeah, Camo. I know you led a lower tier alliance. You know, they climbed up. So yeah, I've seen that what you encountered, and definitely not cool. It kills the fun for sure. And Bobby says, I got a couple of reports, but the thing is we need to focus mainly on the majority of the issues. Which mode is more unbalanced, zones or war leagues? I'd go with war leagues, Bobby. I'd go with war leagues because to this day, zones you can just farm whatever. You know, zone 16 and zone 17 are the most unbalanced, but majority of people don't even play them, so whatever. War leagues, everyone plays wars, and they're definitely more unbalanced. So I would definitely say that you please prioritize wars, please do, because look, on my main account I play, what is it, you know, Alliance, yeah, Prime League, so I don't care. For me it's same thing, but for my alt accounts that are, I don't know, bronze, gold, whatever, I forgot, seeing bases like mine over there when I'm like HQ 14 whatever, it's not fun, and a lot of people complain about that as well, because the problem is, yeah, you have it's just not fun, man. So yeah, Bobby, please do prioritize wars, definitely. I think it's a no-brainer. They're just very unbalanced by far. Zones, but again, zones you only use for farming, and majority of people do not even touch zone 16 and zone 17. The wars, everyone plays wars. Please prioritize wars. I don't think that maxed out HQs have any business in carbon, bronze, silver, whatever. And I think, you know, at least you should implement something like giving them a template base, you know, like make a cap. For example, like Bronze League allows, I don't know, up to HQ8, you know, I'm just putting a wild number out there. And if you are above that HQ, game gives you a stock base for that war, you know, a template HQ8 base that's being used instead of your main base. And that would kind of, you know, fair things up, you know, it's a guess, you know. But please prioritize wars for sure. Yeah, War Leagues, definitely. I visited the War League down in Platinum, and base 1 was a Prime League high meta. Yeah, exactly. You have Prime League, you know, meta, tier 1 level bases, yeah, because you can just go, you know, you can take a look, you know, to play, go to like Yoda's base, right? And they just copy it, you know, if they are in like, I don't know, Silver League, and they already have a significant advantage over other players. So War Leagues definitely need a lot more balancing, for sure. Let's see, it's a 50-50 to some people. Yeah, definitely. You all guys make very fair points. And Firepower says, I think that base defense is such a fun part of the game that revolves around a lot, but you don't really get anything for having a good base or successfully defending. Well, depends, honestly. If you're talking about over here, like from battles, you know, then yeah, you are getting only one medal. I don't care about it. But when it comes to wars, if you're really trying to be competitive, then war defenses really make a difference. Let me see. So, okay, yeah, for example, yeah, this player fumbled base 4, this player messed up base 4, you know. Here, our player messed up base 2. That's points lost. So, in terms of wars, base defenses make a difference, but in terms of regular game, I think base defenses should definitely give something more than one medal, you know. So yeah, if that's the point that you're trying to make, then I agree with you. The good thing about Platinum is down is I know what to expect. Honestly, expect the worst, and then I guess you're good to go, honestly, from my point of view. So for War Leagues, yeah, for sure. Wars are fun. Yeah, they are. I think the wars are indeed very fun. You know, I do play them. But yeah, let me see. Yeah, we have Brady joining us, and also Strafe as well. I hope I pronounced that well. Thank you for making it. Thank you for making it definitely to the stream. Yeah. Okay, so I guess we can continue. Yeah, I went a little bit off track. So let's continue pulling. Again, I'm trying to get, let's see, another 5-star. Already opened up 3 crystals, so I'm really close to opening the next one. So we are going for Computron components, and while I can get a guaranteed Scattershot, I think that's not as exciting as going into a completely new batch and going for Afterbreaker. So I think we'll go for Afterbreaker. I feel like that's more exciting. So let me know how do you feel in the comments about it. But I think going after Afterbreaker will be a lot more exciting. And the 4-star, okay. And power core limit. I guess I'll have to convert more cores. Okay. Bredep's here. Thank you for joining, Bredep. Really. Thank you. You know, yeah, you said you were coming an hour and a half ago. So so glad that you made it. Honestly, I wasn't expecting for streams to go for so long. I just see it's going on for an hour and a half already. And it really felt like 20 minutes to me. You know, it's fun. It's fun, really. Let me go convert cores. I need to make more space, guys. I need to make more space for cores, so I don't end up wasting them. Let me check. My newest 5-star bot is Whirl. That's nice, you know, Whirl. I think also have him on my main account. I will check after this. Whirl is very interesting. Camo enjoys using Whirl a lot, for sure. Yeah, Whirl is fun. So it took so long, something important came up. It's okay, man, you know, I'm just tasing you. I'm glad that you made it. And I'm glad that everyone's having fun because, you know, we are still over 20 viewers. People are still talking, you know, I'm still going and it's fun, really. Again, it feels to me like we've been streaming for 20 minutes or something and not hour and a half, you know, that's over 90 minutes. Let me check, I think the stream says for how long it's been going. Let me check. Okay, I'm not sure I see it. But still, this is amazing. This is amazing. I'm really thrilled about the whole thing. But yeah, get Grapple, enjoy my Grapple Derby propaganda train. Going for a new batch is way more fun and interesting. Yeah, guys, definitely. Definitely. Evan is United till all are bread. Yeah, there was that bread meme going on. Yeah, that bread meme was just... But alright. Yeah, Artemus, definitely, we miss you, man. We miss you big time. We do. We do, man. But I'm happy that you came to the stream. I'm happy you were with us. Bobby, the stream is going for 92 minutes. Thank you, Bobby. Thank you. You know, Bobby coming in to save the day. Thank you. Yeah, 92 minutes. That's a lot. If I'm gonna be honest, I wasn't expecting it to go for so long. But it's really, you're going to get hooked to live stream. You also live stream a lot, tons of fun. Yeah, I can really see it. It can really be fun, you know. And I feel like people are also having fun. Because, again, viewers are still watching. The chat is still going. So, yeah, I think it's fun. Good morning, well. And good morning, Andrew. I'm glad that you made it. Well, it's night for me. It's night for me, but I'm glad that you made it. You know, I see a lot in the comments, so I'm glad that you were able to make it to do the stream. Thank you. And yeah, a lot of familiar faces here, definitely. I like the bread infection more than the name change I got. Okay, well, yeah, I can. The bread thing was definitely mentally overboard. Bread to change his YouTube name to Bread. You know. The chat is your co-host, huh? Yeah, Artemus, yeah. Definitely getting a bit crazy. If people want to join something, people leave, and I'm so having fun, so I'm here. Bobby, you know, thank you. And like I said before, guys, Uh, so this is what, an hour and a half already. 23 people. In total, 152 people tuned in. And honestly, guys, you know, and the average view duration is 12 minutes. So that's a lot of views, people, really. Honestly, you know, that's 122 people that decided to go and, you know, really take the time to really check out my stream, my first stream, that something can, you know, really be messed up, you know, something can go wrong, I don't know. And I'm streaming for the first time, you know. I watched like one tutorial on how to start streaming on YouTube, and that's it. But so far it's going good, you know. So I'm really thankful that people actually tuned in and checked, you know, what's going on. Yeah. So I'm glad you're also having fun. You know, I'm really thankful to every single viewer, yeah, especially for everyone that's still here hanging out. It's crazy. But yeah, let me catch up to the chat. Yeah, for sure. I can keep going with scavenger hunt. I just got 20. You mean the shards? Okay. Well, I hope you get more. Definitely, you know, for the new 5-star for sure. Andrew Stevenson, congrats. First stream, it's 4:30 a.m. here in China. I think that's China flag. No, it's Japan flag. Sorry. It's Japanese flag. Sorry. 4:30. Yeah, early morning, and you tuned into to my stream. I'm really thankful for it. Really. And I'm sure, you know, again. Yeah. Let's see. We all feel honored to be involved stream. Thank you, and I also feel honored for every single viewer. Seriously, guys. This, you know, I'm a bit of a loss for words, I guess you could say, but really, it's a lot more than I expected, and if you're having such a good time, you know, so yeah. I'm definitely a bit, you know, very excited, actually. You know, a bit is an understatement, and you know, the whole thing is going so well so far, at least I would say so. But yeah, I think I have enough for the new 5-star. So let me check. Let's go for Afterbreaker, huh? Computron component. Let's go. Computron. Can we get Computron first pull? You know, it's 20% chance. 20% chance to get Afterbreaker, and 80% chance to not get him. Meme says he loves Japanese G1 franchise. Yeah, I do like it as well. It's very interesting, for sure. You know, Star Saber, I really like him a lot. Alpha Trion. Alpha Trion is cool, but I definitely want Afterbreaker for the component. I was going to do what the people asked for and switch to Bread Screen, but I'm YouTube account stupid and I can't figure out, so I guess Bread. Okay, Bread, you know, keep Bread up. It will do. And he is actually manifesting Grapple. Let's go. Afterbreaker for Computron. Afterbreaker for Computron. Come on. Alpha Trion. Okay. Alpha Trion. Actually, you know, Alpha Trion, now that we are at it. Where is his score? His G1 core is pretty fantastic, honestly. It's basically a Micronus, and that's really good. It really adds up. You know, you can use that. You can use Micronus. You can also use something like Metroplex, where is his Rejuvenation passive, which also restores 2% health. You can get like 6.2% health recovered every 5 seconds with this combination. So yeah, speaking of Alpha Trion, yeah, I got Alpha Trion. Could be worse. Well, let me check what could be worse. Legacy 15. Slug is good. Alpha Trion, he's good. Wreck Guy is good. Afterbreak is grab. Honestly, all these guys are good, you know. They're not really super exceptional, but they're really good. So yeah, Val got infected by my bad luck. Well, why did you say Alpha Trion then, you know? So when does the tier list ranking start? What do you mean, like the tier list ranking? You mean when will I update the lists, or? But yeah, okay, let's keep pulling, and you and Jinx have the same haircut, Loki. Well, Cacti, like I told you, you know, I took a haircut because it's a bit too hot over here. But I enjoyed having longer hair. I really did. But yeah, also we also have these to open. I'm just joking how we should make one live right now. Honestly, that's not the worst idea. So now you're giving me ideas. I do have to update some of them, and I guess there is some advantage to talking them or with the viewers live. So I want to see where you rank Power Glide. Well, I want to rank Power Glide once he's out on live version of the game. So yeah, I have a Red Pack on my main team, and honestly he's a good count to compete on if you don't have a combiner activated. Well, yeah, the mine can taunt. So you can, after you pop Computron and you see him coming out, you can place the mine, and mine will take the hack if you time it right. So yeah, that's definitely a very sound idea. There is definitely a lot of use to him. Gonna hold out for Grapple again. I'd kinda like a Grapple. You know what? You know what? Where is he? Grapple. My 4-star is level 61, you know. I like him. I used him before. And let me actually check. I think he's getting some changes. Brady the idea guy. Yeah. Yeah. For sure. Got mine and actually got his grapple maxed out. On defense, yeah, he's it's interesting on defense to check him. I think it's interesting, definitely. So let's see grapple. This is on the live, playtest version. So 50% of your health reduces incoming damage by 95. Okay, taunts. Okay, and every 10 seconds, after 10 seconds or upon destruction, deal damage, and block healing on affected targets. Yeah, his G1 is getting changed. His G1 is getting changed so that it spawns every 30 seconds. Yeah, from my understanding, the G1 had to be changed because it was causing crashes. But okay, I guess, you know, it's not the end of the day. And Cacti says a W stream though. Thank you, Cacti. Thank you. Like I said previously, I'm really happy that people are enjoying it and having fun. I'm also having fun, you know, it's a surprising a lot more fun than I expected that I would have. So yeah, also great to keep Deluge and Scourge away from. Yeah, Deluge and Scourge combo, that's Beach combo and Swoop combo for Autobots. It can be very annoying for sure. And for those unaware, the idea is that you pop both at once, and as they get popped, Beach combo applies his hacking ability onto Swoop, and as Swoop is flying around, he's hacking your entire team while also stunning them and dealing damage, and it can really force a combiner drop. So yeah, that's very, very sound idea for sure. Okay, and Keltepine, do you think Omega Supreme is good? Currently, he's good for Wars, but Omega Supreme is actually getting buffed. So I will show you on the upcoming buffed version. He will be even better. So he will be really good. Especially for Wars, Omega Supreme will become really, really good. So I think he's worth investing. And let me show you. I'm actually upgrading him right now, and as you can see, I do have the rocket ship. So I bought the 5-star segment, but I learned the hard way that he needs to be level 20 before being ranked up. But yeah, I'll show him. Actually, I can show him right now, I guess. This is the playtest, so this should be the buffed version. Let me check. Do I have him maxed out? Do I? I don't. But anyways, he especially, you know, the his 4-star skill is especially getting buffed because it will deal damage in an area. You know, after that he will grant 80% reflection instead of 50%, so that's also really amazing. Other abilities, especially the glass gas, will also do glass in an area. So he's getting buffed. Omega and Overlord are getting buffed, so definitely I think they're good combined. They will be even better combiners than they are right now, so go for them for sure. And Brad, do you have any unconventional builds combos you can share? Actually, yes. I've been mentioning this combo for a bit. And while I do not have it equipped, but hear me out. Okay, so we can take any bot. Warrior, like Inferno. Okay. And let me raise it. So Onyx Prime Core. How does this core work? Whenever you drop below 40% health, you reduce damage taken by 37%, and you also deal 37% more damage. However, if you heal back up, Onyx still stays. The buff is still there. So below 40% is only required to proc it, but it stays. So if you have that, you gain permanent 30% damage reduction. And give it something like Jace, who gives you permanent 18%, maxed out at, you know what? Do I have enough? Jace, where is he? Jace. You know what? Yeah. We are doing it. Yeah, max is 23%. Thank you for spoiling it, Action Whale. But yeah. So, if you put Jace and Onyx together, and I also want to remind you that Jace actually heals. You know, 5-star in this case, every 15 seconds you heal for 20% health. Pretty much. That's basically how it works, you know. I know Tooltip says one thing, but in reality, basically a heal. So, with that combo together, if it all procs, you get permanent 60% damage reduction. Which is, in my humble opinion, a bit, you know, really good. So, that's one. That's one unconventional combo. Let me think of what else do I have. I'll think of something, but now let me catch up to the comments. Hope he gets HP bumped up to make up for his underpowered base stats and depends on the G1 for protection. Hope you mean Grapple. Yeah, definitely. I think Grapple should definitely get a bit of a stab bump up for sure. Cacti, I don't know what's AliExpress Jinxie, so I don't know what you mean, man. I don't know. And actually, why we got double 4 stars there and Rust Dust and Jetfire. Yeah. Still have more to open. I didn't even notice. Man, I need 4-star Roadbuster for 4-star Ruination. And yeah, Omega is getting a buff. Yeah, definitely. And it's a really good buff, and I'm really hyped up for it. For sure. Let's see. Okay. But yeah. Let's pop these crystals, and then I'm gonna open the 4-star. The 4-star crystals that I have to get even more 5-star shards. Thank you, nice to meet you guys here. And thank you for joining in. Okay, another 4-star, okay, let's keep going. Yeah, thank you for joining in. Everyone, really, that's 165 people tuned in total. That's a lot more than I expected, really. And another 4-star, okay. Brad, I have one like that I've asked other friendly players thoughts on and nobody gave an opinion. Thoughts on Ironhide Legion Skyboom Shield. Well, Leash Maximus is really amazing because it gives you protection, right? And Skyboom Shield, while I do have it, let me check. Whatever, right? I haven't equipped it on anyone. I do not really enjoy it. Yeah, it can work. It can work, but I personally do not enjoy it. I I think that Skyboom I think they should have given it a lot bigger oomph. So for Iron Raiden, that's bludgeon for the Decepticons. I think it works. It works definitely with Liege. I think you absolutely need Liege Maximo for hack immunity, especially because of like I said previously, Red Alert and Randomness are popular in defense, and Peacemaker and that's Tiptop for the Decepticons, they hack. So having someone on front line who can taunt, who can take at least one hack, cannot get hacked, is very useful. So Liege is definitely a must. I think it can work. I'm not a huge fan of a Skyboom Shield. I think they should have given it more, but otherwise I think that combo can work, and if you really like it, I think it could work. I'm just personally I believe we should have more. Yeah. Can we witness under 5 to crystal opening? Yeah, I would love that. So let me see. I have, I believe, 10 more after this. 2 4-stars, double 4-star. I don't remember when I ever were so lucky with pulls. The 4-star duplicates. This is wow, and another 4-star. So let me see. I'm halfway. That's crazy. That's a bit crazy. Peacemakers were well with gears. Sure. So let me take these crystals. Yeah, Peacemaker with gears, very interesting combo for sure. Fire, acid, hex, very very interesting. I like gears. Can laser Optimus equip Matrix? The Matrix core is only for the regular G1 Optimus, and unfortunately the core kinda sucks. So yeah, sadly, they were promising a buff for years now. The buff is still not here. They probably forgot about it. So I don't know what to tell you. But yeah, let me check how many am I at. 13 I think. Okay, let's go until 20. But yeah. But Laser Optimus is still really strong. I really like mine. I'll show him a little bit later. I just want to wrap up the crystals. I'm also curious what will I end up getting as well. So let's see. Okay, one more. You pull from the character crystal, probably have enough for a new 5-star. Yeah, that's the idea. I have 2500. So when I open these duplicates, I will have enough. Oh yeah, boy. Yeah, I'll have enough. I set up so many 4-star shards. I can get several 5-stars. So let's see. Okay. Alright. So, Afterbreaker is who I'm after. No pun intended. So let's go. Afterbreaker, let's go. Compitron component. Let's go, Afterbreaker. Yes! Ha! Actually, we got him. Second pull. Yeah. Nah, Afterbreaker. Definitely. So that leaves me. Where's Compitron? That leaves me with only one component left for 5-star Compitron. Yeah. Yeah. And for those, like I showed previously, the last Compitron component is a guaranteed pull. Should I go for it right now? If you guys want me to go for him, you know what? I can actually open all of these crystals. I don't mind. Honestly. I can open all these crystals, really, and that can end up streamer luck for real. Exactly. I don't know what's going on. When I'm doing it off camera. Once more, huh? Okay. You said it, so let's go for it. Let's open all those crystals and let's go for more 5-stars. Oh, Bent is here. Thank you for coming, Bent. Okay, yes, you should. Okay, I think we are all, you know, decided. Post Scattershot, he can't accept your hints. Exactly, he's not coming anyway. If I go for Scattershot, he's he's coming, all right. Um, and actually, I actually like Scattershot, mainly because of War for Cybertron and Fall of Cybertron games. In the multiplayer version of those games, he looks so cool. Honestly, I really like him. He transforms into a tank. I really like him. And this game, I just wish he did more. Honestly, he would be fine with damage increase to his ability level. That's it, honestly. Or they can give him a very powerful core, something like, for example, Slash. Basically, whenever she has her ability because of her core is 50% more powerful. A core like that, G1 core like that, for Scattershot, and well, Leo's egg could be a huge. Okay, so let's see, Brad. Here's my thoughts. Leech gives hack immunity, Ironhide has disable and taunt ability, Jace and other shield combats don't give him any benefit besides the other tankiness and stuff from Skyboom, which even though isn't a lot of extra damage, is still extra AoE damage, leaves 5-star forge available for another bot. Yeah, that's perfectly sound logic, it makes sense, sure, you know, go for it, really. I think it can work, but again, the point that I'm trying to make, I think that it should have been more damage than what we ended up getting, because the whole point of Skyboom is kind of to deal damage, so yeah, I get the idea, but I think it can work, so give it a shot. But yeah, a lot of people here that I recognize, you know, a good chunk that we've played together. So yeah, 2 hours into the stream. 2 hours into the stream and we are still going. More damage would be nice. I won't complain if they did. Well, I've done something previously. Well, advocated for something similar previously. So let me try show. Yeah, basically tanks are tanky enough. So when we have, you know, for example, look at my slug. I gave him attack core. Why? He's tanky enough. He can benefit from more damage. So I've done something similar. I understand that logic. That's perfectly sound logic. I agree with it. Again, I think Skyboom should have had more, but go for more attack for sure. You know, Skyboom can absolutely do it. Bobby, I hate to break it to you, but everybody knows you, Bobby. Everybody knows you, Bobby. Your cover is completely blown. And now that you're here, Bobby, I hope you heard what I've said about Scattershot. I hope you can, you know, pull some strings and get our boy Scattershot and Leo's like a little bit of a buff. Again, even a core. If you give him a core, like for example something that Slash has, you know, basically a 50% ability damage increase, Scattershot can be really good. So Bobby, please try to pull some of your strings and, you know, make it happen. I'm giving you ideas. But yeah, Kelter said that we can all get the Superion kinda sucks. Superion definitely needs a buff. You know, it's unfortunate. He's such a fun combiner. One of my favorites, really. I think he was the first combiner I had in this game. I have some memories tied to him, so I would like him to be quite a bit stronger for sure. Spot on, really. Okay, now we have these labs to open. So yeah. So let's go for more. It's gonna take quite a while. Unfortunately, I wish we had like claim times 10. You know, just claim 10 at once. Same for 3-star crystals, because it takes time. You know, for example, we have the same. Bobby says, I think there is something in the future for him, but I'm not really sure about it. I will take your feedback for sure. Thank you, Bobby. Thank you. Because yeah, a Scattershot, he just needs ability damage increase, and he can be really fine, really. But yeah, and also if you can take my feedback in regards to being claiming up to 10, right? Because, for example, premium crystals you can get up to 10, right? So basically from coding perspective, it would be just, you know, implement it to this side and it will really help, because look at this, this is taking so much time, you know, and there's a loading screen for like what, 3 seconds times 10 crystals. That take, we want to pretty much waste 5 minutes just on the loading screens to open all of these, you know. But yeah, Menacer and Victorian could also use a buff. Yeah, they could. Absolutely, I agree. You know, and the biggest problem is when it comes to their stun, their 4-star skill. If it kills them upon casting, it will disable everything. But the problem is it takes a very long time to cast, and sometimes the combiner can die mid casting and it will not go off. So I hope that that attend to that as well. As for Brainstorm, Iron Hide, Disable and Hack Immunity means most combats only give him half of what they do. Skyboom gives him everything. Hard to kill without it, much harder to kill with it, plus extra damage. Yeah, okay, go for it, you know, definitely. I can see it work, sure. Scattershot has so much potential, he has so many things working for him though. Especially lack of... he absolutely lacks cores. Like, what core are you gonna put in him? His special class have no cores outside from the squad cores that no one uses, because they are really not that good, and also they're hard to get. Yeah, Bobby, thank you. Definitely something similar to look at this is taking so much time, man. Wasn't Scattershot better with Amalgamous Prime Core? Yeah, he is better with Amalgamous Prime Core, but the biggest problem is you only have one Amalgamous Prime, and Twin Twist and Quelagon, whatever is the pronunciation. He's absolute peak meta with Amalgamous. Sentius Twins are also really powerful with Amalgamous. There are also other bots that I personally enjoy with Amalgamous, like Topspin and Terramander, who actually work with Amalgamous to boost their damage even further, you know. I've shown it in one of the videos for their best builds, you know. It's fun, very enjoyable. So yeah. Also the option to buy 3 crystals. Well, I don't know. I guess it will help as well. 5 maybe, I don't know. In Transformers Devastation, I bought Menacer was cooking, and no matter what series, I love him in Devastation. I love Devastation as well. The Devastation was such a fun game. I do have it on my Steam, and it's really fun, you know. Let's see, Brad Cannon take advantage of Prime Core, still lacking with them, and others use them better. Yeah, that pretty much, yeah, pretty sound decisions. Scattershot, aside from Prime Cores, there's not much going on for him. What are you going to use, you know? And again, like, he makes a fair point that Prime Cores are just better used on better bots. So yeah. Let me check now. 63. We are at 63 4 stars. Let's go to 100. Let's go to 100, and let's open all the 100. That's a lot. That's a lot, for sure. Yeah, for sure. 175 viewers tuned in. Average view duration for 14 minutes. This is crazy, guys. This is crazy. The stream is so far kicking, you know. It's incredible. It's such a fun time. We've been going for more than 2 hours, and I'm still having fun. And from what I can see, people are still here, people are still watching, still commenting, still in the chat. I think we are all having fun, and I'm really happy. You know, I think this stream is really paying off. Paying off quite well. Okay, so 22 crystals more to reach 100. That will be 100 4-star crystals. That's 100. It's 18,000 4-star shards. 5-star shards, excuse me. That's multiple 5 stars that we are going to pull on the stream. Multiple. Alright, so I'll go for Scattershot first, and then I'm kind of considering Grapple. You know, since Actionable mentioned Grapple, so I'm kind of considering Grapple. So let me know what you all think about it. This is a sign for more streams in the future. Yeah, Bobby. I think you may be right, Bobby. I think you may be right. You know, but I guess also it's about finding, I guess, an idea what we can do on stream although Brad mentioned an idea of when it comes to the tier list and all the other data sheets, you know, build lists especially, I think it could be an advantage so that I can do it live and also get the feedback from you guys to talk to you exactly why am I doing something and get your input on it as well, if this makes sense or not. So yeah, I think we can. Okay, so 2 more crystals. And Keller, which combiner you wished it never existed? Honestly, I kind of like them all, really. Well, I didn't really hate anyone to the point that I wish that they wouldn't exist, so yeah. Well, and Meme says, Val's first successful stream, that is the true respect and support message for it. Yeah, thank you, really, that's a big deal, for sure. And Braddock won't... Yeah, sure, start streaming, yeah, we can do collab, no problem. But I believe for that you first have to get a PC, Brad, huh? Yeah, yeah. I think you should definitely get a PC, man. But yeah, okay. Bobby is a goat genius for sure. Bobby is a freaking fortress, you know. That's what I'm gonna tell you. For sure. Yeah. Yeah. So getting so many 5-star shards in 10, it's crazy. Yeah, we're lucky to have him with us, for sure. And thank you for tuning in. Thank you for tuning in. Brad, I have a PC using it right now. Well, you told me that your graphics, Brad, you told me your graphics card was not working or what? It isn't happy, but it's working. So, okay. It isn't happy to be working. So basically, accurate with Joe, you know, a lot of people are happy to be working, so I guess your PC can relate. But yeah, okay, then start streaming, dude. Start streaming, you know. I got countdown, I'm just Bobby, that's enough for me. You're also nice and sweet. Yeah, I think they really are nice and sweet, Bobby. And Brad, yeah, it's overheating. Well, yeah, I get some cooling, I guess, Brad. I don't know what to tell you. I mean, you can get fans for, I got like 5 fans for 20, so just get some fans for it and you're good to go. Yeah, Bobby, nothing has stopped Bobby, for sure. I also wouldn't mind getting Bobby and Brad up on the same stream as well. You know, just a thought. You know, just saying. I think we would all like to see Bobby, and some of us would also like to hop in with Redep. And Andrew, need to go to work. Thanks, well, congratulations, great on the great first stream. I'll watch after I finish. Thank you, man. I wish you good luck at work. You know, I know how it's to wake up really so early to go for work, and to even that you tuned in for the stream before work. Thanks a lot, and you know, thank you for tuning in, and really good luck at the work. You know, as for Bradep, the GPU is overheating. Very good if it croaks. I guess the CPU can do all the work. I mean, okay. So let's next Scattershot, and that means that Computron 5-star is complete. So upon release, I will only need 5-star shards and be able to upgrade it. So yeah. Artemis, I want to see Bradep squad with all of her class bots. You know, yeah, Bradep is somewhat famous for his a bit of a concerning amount of love for the air class bots. So yeah, show it definitely, Bradep. I wouldn't mind it. As for Bobby, it would be nice kind of hard for me to not slip something out of future updates though. Yeah, okay, I can understand it. So Bobby, I would, you know, if you're up for it, I wouldn't, you know, ask you about such things, you know, because I get it. It's your job to keep certain secrets secret. So if you want, you know, we can absolutely pull something off for sure. I can, you know, just quite simply not ask you for anything that may come. So I don't think you should be able to sleep. But yeah, Uh, the more hot GPU gets, the more fun in gaming begins. Yeah. Oh, Laser Optimus. Yeah, I forgot. Sorry. Laser Optimus. Mine is on level 65. Damage is really decent, and I like that this is normal damage, so he doesn't care about any elemental cores. You know, it basically hits 4 targets in total and basically it stuns them, right? I also like that during casting ability he gets 50% damage decrease. That's really nice. And as for combat, I wasn't sure what to go with, so I went just with Prime as Star Saber, which I think is also kind of appropriate for him. I think it looks really good on him, right? Let me just zoom out a little. So let me check. Okay, I like his model really. So let me just get him to wield the sword, because I think it looks really cool. Yeah, look at this, you know, with his wield Star Saber. It looks so cool, you know, and the glowing effect and everything. I think it really fits Laser Optimus a lot. I really like him, for sure. Okay, Breadup is #1 Starskin fan. Definitely. Okay, and Meme is #1 Cyber fan. Okay, that's nice. And Bobby, I think Laser Optimus needs more damage. But no, Bobby, you're right. I think Laser Optimus absolutely needs more damage. So let me take him on my base here. To let me show what I mean. You know, primarily hard mode effects turned on, of course, because I'm using a very powerful one, and I want to prove a point. So we have 3 Spider Mines over here. Each does each has 5k HP. So let's deploy him in the back, and let's target them. So let's see, with a single ability cast, what will end up happening. Okay, so he destroyed 2. So he destroyed 2 mines and 1 building. Definitely needs more damage. Definitely. He's okay. He can help with pathing, you know, but otherwise he can absolutely benefit from more damage. So Bobby, if you can pull some strings and give our boy a little bit more damage, a little bit bigger oomph, that would be amazing, you know. Yeah, so many ability casts, and they're still here. And now sharks are spawning, so let's do more damage over here. I like his ability is very satisfying, but definitely a little bit more damage would absolutely help him. Okay, I don't get why they made Victor Leo combat instead of a bot. Well, I wish I knew that as well. You know, Victor Leo could be really amazing. You know, he was such a beast in the cartoon, over the anime. But yeah, and Adimus, not just you, Bobby. It would be nice to use him for patting without multi. Yeah, Adimus makes also a fair point. Yeah, so yeah, Bobby, I think, you know, if you balance ability, if you can, you know, talk with them to give him a little bit more damage, that would really help, for sure. Laser Optimus with Trip Up is solid choice. Yeah, actually, basically the Trip Up, the speed up increase applies to his ability as well, so he's able to shoot out more discs. I think you get an extra 1 or 2 discs, which helps with damage, but otherwise, you know, it's interesting. Even though he has a ball gatling, yeah, for sure. Okay, we have 5 stars to open, so like I said, I am thinking about going for Grapple because Action really mentioned it. But if you guys have any other suggestions, for example, I wouldn't mind Skids. Skids is really cool. Okay, Skids is really cool. Let me check what else. And from here, I'm not super thrilled. This is an interesting batch. You know, Hound is getting a huge cost reduction in the balance patch, so that's a really good thing. Ironhide is cool, I guess. You know, Blora, he's good sec, but I'm not a fan of Slingshot. He's interesting, but so yeah, I'm thinking to maybe go for the. Let's see, what about here? Elite is getting a cost reduction. Sludge, I'm not a fan of. Prowl, I'm not a fan of. Enrich, it is really interesting. And Legacy 2 is really interesting, you know. I have no one here. Optimus, okay, he's cool, but I invested a lot in my 4-star already. Vilgic is interesting, Skybourst needs a buff, Drift is really good, and Windblade is very interesting as well. So yeah, maybe I'd like to go for Grapple, so let me know what you think about it. But in the meantime, let me check. Okay, so But Bobby has, yeah, he has a lot of list. Okay, I can understand. You know, there's definitely a lot of work on these games, so I'm not surprised that you have a long list. And so long as the things get resolved one by one, I think it would be really amazing. So yeah, for sure. So I had Bobby another writing pad. Yeah, Arden was for sure. Brad Legacy one I think is very overlooked. Grimlock he's okay, sure. Silverbolt he has uses, okay. Gnaw, too squishy. I'm not a fan. High damage, but he doesn't live long enough to dish out the damage. Hot Rod, he's fun for defense, for some fun combos, but I'm not a fan. And Sunshrieker, I'm just... He's kind of... Well, I have to see it. For the balance page, he's getting some changes. He's getting some changes, but, you know... I'm not sure, really. Silverbolt is fine, you know. He's interesting, but there's always, you know... he's pretty much the only one I want from this batch, so... Yeah. No. Hothead getting buffed? Really? Let me check. Okay. I'm not sure. Do I have 5-star? I'm prioritizing him a lot. Okay, let's check. Let's check and see. I think I have a 4-star here only. Okay. Cost 6, let's protect a friendly bot. For 12 seconds, protect yourself and the friendly bot with an invulnerability shield for 12 seconds. Broken gold damage. You also grant immunity to disable effects during this time. Okay. Now let's compare it to the live version. I said I only have a 4-star. So that's what I'm basing my comparisons off of. That's kind of the same thing in terms of ability. And for G1, your Blessing of Matrix makes you and yourself and your target 50% faster. That's useful. Same thing. Well, Brad, if you would be able to dig up something about buffs for me, I would really appreciate it, because I'm not seeing the change. Maybe it's exclusive to the 5-star only, but if you can dig it up, I could absolutely go for batch 1, you know, if you I'd appreciate it, because I'm not seeing the buffs that are mentioned. So, you know, that's the thing. As for, let me check, this is the test. Okay, yeah, Drift, he has a powerful strategy, but he's getting a cost increase. So just something to consider. Cost increase. Currently he was very spammable, and I would suspect that he would get an even bigger cost increase. Yeah, it's a small cost increase, but I wouldn't be surprised if he gets a bigger one. Well, if you can just you can search any mentions of Hot Rod, so that should be faster. So if you can do it, he's Hot Rod, but not the Hot Shot. Yeah, where is Hot Shot? You know, I'd love to see him, and honestly, I feel like we may actually see him sooner rather than later, because if you look at the last releases, we got we got something from Unicorn Trilogy, you know, from Armada and stuff like that. So Hot Shot, I wouldn't really mind getting. Actually, let me just give me 1 second. Let me just 1 second. Prime. Hot Rod. I'm checking it out myself. Yeah, I'm not finding anything, Brad, so if you can really pull up something about Hot Rod, that would be really nice. That would be really nice. Okay, Yeah, I checked what I could. Okay. Grimlock has good use. Silverbolt super versatile. Hotshot I've been told will be a must-have. No, he's only one. Well, Brad, okay, let me check in our server. I'm sorry that it's taking so much time, but I want to be sure about it. So, okay, let's check. What's up with Hot Rod? Maybe spelled together in the message. Amazing on defense. Okay, I can see him amazing on defense, but otherwise, Shields Cosmos and Wield's Peacemaker. Interesting for defense. Okay. Pairing it with Outpost with Cosmos. Okay, I guess I can see it. Oh. Should I go for Hot Rod? Okay, I'm actually considering batch 1 right now. I'm actually really considering batch 1 right now. How do you feel like, guys? You know, I'm actually considering it, you know. I guess Silverbolt and Hot Rod, I guess I would really like them. So how do you feel about it? And let me see, you know, the comments, what's up. Because yeah, I guess it could be a really nasty combo. Sure, Hot Rod can wield Peacemaker. He can wield Peacemaker, which can be which can cause a lot of problems for players. And yeah, sure, he can make Cosmos unkillable for a period of time. Hot Rod, yeah, I can understand why you may think that he sucks. Because on offense, his protection may not seem that much, but here we are talking about the defense. Here we're talking about defense, and basically what I read, what the guys from Prime were telling me. Yeah, but yeah, Hot Rod really amazing for defense. Let's try one. Let's try one and see what happens. Let's see. You know, I'm not gonna wish for anything. Let's just see what happens. Let's just see what happens. Oh. First pull, huh? Exactly. Is this called like I bet I was hoping for Silverbolt. You know what? Silverbolt is powerful. Silverbolt is powerful. So, Brad, you mentioned Silverbolt, huh? Okay, it's Gno. Okay. You mentioned Silverbolt, huh? Let's see. I think we can do something about it. But for real, Silverbolt can do a lot of single target damage, and actually he hits 2 targets. Silverbolt's most important board for endurance event. Yeah, you make a fair point, because for endurances, HQs can be very bulky. Let's go. Sunshaker. Okay. Well, I guess it had to happen, you know. So now I have a 50% chance for Silverbolt, and I think that I won't be able to get him anymore. Let me calculate. Yeah, even if I open all the forced duplicates, I can't get a new. I can't get a new, but I have these. I have these. I have these. So let's see. Brad is saying, does Pesky Moments HQ has a sliver of health and you lose? Yeah, Silverbolt, he has huge range and make sure that doesn't happen. Yeah, Brad, you make a very, very fair point. Does anyone know the prime animation indicator and Strafe Galvatron's Revenge is making another project? It's called Dinobot Unleashed. That's interesting. Dinobot Unleashed, huh? I'll look it up. I think it could be interesting. But now, guys, we got some extra stuff. These are the new school crystals, which can give a little bit of 5-star shards. So let's see. Let's see what I end up having. I wanted to open these loyalty chests for a while, but I just never ended up doing it. So let's go. Okay, so far really very modest, but okay. And I do have, I think that should be 150 premium crystals, right? So let me see. I got about 500 of these. Okay, 200 and okay, so 210 more of premium crystals. Honestly, I think we have a potential to pull another 5-star. I think the chances are really good. Brad is trying to get all of us to add more air-class bots to our squad. That's a very fair point. But unironically, I run. Let me check. 1, 2, 3 air-class bots on my main squad. So unironically, so I guess you could say there's some truth to that. But yeah. I do have quite a good use of it. Okay, and now worst case scenario, you get to Grimlock who can Zol 15 VTs and you can be your main tank for another squad even just for zone 17 mayhem. I'm tired just by looking so much clicking. Yeah, there is so much clicking. I wish we could do it by like times 100 or just claim all. You know, and the loading screens really take up so much time, so much extra time. It's just okay, let's go, come on. 3 more clicks. Actually, just give me a second, I have to respond to a message. Okay. Oops. Sorry if Kelter Praying got to go now. See you. Thank you for coming by. Thank you for stopping by, Kelter. And I just accidentally no, I can't do that one by one. But thank you for stopping by, Kelter. What do you spend cyber coins on after build bots and dispatch slots? Honestly, what I personally spend them on is power leveling bots. So I do have 2 videos on that. One for free to play where you do not have to spend coins, but I have other one for spending coins. Basically, doing mayhem mode, you can just power level bots so much. Basically, you take a bot, right? Yeah, you slap, where is it? As an example, an XP core on a bot, right? From Alliance HQ, especially, you activate the training center. If you have a cyber pass, you get an extra XP, and you get a ton of XP. Really, basically, the idea is to use a combiner and 1 bot, and you basically reset cooldown with cyber coins. So that's kind of the idea, and that's what I personally use cyber coins on. and there's just never enough of them. And now, Bobby, I use them for rolls. I'm joking. Honestly, Bobby, I wouldn't be surprised if you're not joking at all. uh, okay, now let's go. 210 of these. Maybe can streamer YouTuber luck pull me to get another 5-star? Because currently I opened in one day more 5 stars than I've opened maybe this entire year. I think so, I haven't counted, but probably I was kinda not and was at the same time. Yeah, for sure, same. But yeah, I mean, okay, 4-star. Let's keep going from here. I also kind of like Rodimus Prime. I like Rodimus Prime a lot, but I just wish that, melee bots are really hard to use later on in the game. They're really hard to use later on in the game. He use coins for free. I mean, yeah, sure, you can use coins to, to not have. If you don't have alloy, you can use coins for alloy. If you have all the coins in the world, I do it on Playtest where you have all the coins in the world. So I can understand Bobby in regards to that. But yeah, when it comes to cyber coins, after you have everything, pretty much you end up getting. You can just. Yeah, like I said, power leveling definitely very valuable, and also spending coins on fuel cells can give you much higher score in events. So that's how people get to like 5-star level scores, so they can get the new 5-star that's coming. So that's pretty much the main 2 ways that you will spend cyber coins on. I would never recommend spending them on speed ups. For speed ups, you have to be a super Veil. And that's just like 0.001% of the game. So yeah. Hi Neurotix as well. Hi. It's going amazing. We've been streaming for 2.5 hours already, and it feels like I've been streaming for an hour. We've been having a lot of fun. Currently, let me check. Bobby showing me what I have. Okay, let me check, Bobby. Let me check. It's on my second monitor, so it shouldn't be visible. Bobby. Bobby, you naughty fellow. Yeah. But yeah, nice to see you as well. Yeah, guys, for sure. Now, as for Raiden, I can see Rodimus Prime working well with bots that have AoE damage aura, similar to Megatronus effect, that can stack with it, otherwise it can find better value elsewhere. I'm also curious, how does Rodimus Prime pair with Inferno? How does he pair with Inferno? Because I'm not sure about the interaction, because Inferno does increase damage, so how much does it increase? I'm curious about it. I would like to test it out. I'm gonna test it out. Gotta go, Neurotix. Yeah, thank you for stopping by, Neurotix. I really appreciate it. Nice to see you as well. Thank you for stopping by. Okay, and double 4 stars. Okay, let's keep going. Let me check. Okay, so I have 40 more crystals. Maybe we can open another 5-star crystal on screen. No, we can definitely do it. You know what? Oh yeah, another 4-star duplicate. Let's go. Streamer luck. Streamer luck. So let's keep going. Another one. Another 4-star. Definitely streamer luck. I think this is the last 10. I think this is the last 10. Okay. No, there's 10 more. Okay. 10 more. Got to go beach the best player. Thank you. Same to you, Neurotix. For sure. And feel free to stop by, more often, This is the first stream just now. and more to come, I guess. You know, this is so far this was amazing time. You know, I guess it really is addicting, like people said. So yeah, okay, let's open the Stray Stars and Looper. Is that the first live stream luck? Yeah, maybe. You know, maybe. Let's hope it's not just the luck isn't applying just to the first stream. You know, let's hope it continues. Okay. Okay, very close, very close. Let's pop this open and then let's go for the 4 stars. I haven't calculated how many do I need. So I guess I'll just keep going. And let me see. 5. Okay, let's open 5. Let's see how many I end up having. I still need the 1800, basically 10 more crystals. I claimed everything here. Okay. Do I open these or do I take some duplicates? You know, I'm thinking about it because some of the bots I would like to rank up, but some less so. Broadside I do not care about. Okay. Cheetor, he's actually getting buffed, but okay, whatever. Chromia, I guess I can wait. Cliff Jumper is getting a buff, but he's only a 4 star so far. Okay, let's see what else do I have. Dust Up, yeah. See, Goldbug for sure. Goldbug sucks, man. Goldbug needs to be brought up to something similar to what Brainstorm is. Okay. Who else would I like to take? Mirage, maybe? You know, maybe Mirage. Chromia buff going to be annoying. Well, Chromia buffed will be able to stun. Basically, her stun will be up 75% of the time. And on top of that, upon towering spying, it will do a lot more damage. So, Chromia has potential. Definitely. Let's see what we'll have here. Perceptor. BW Prowl. Yeah, definitely. Punch. Yeah, I'm taking your crystal as well. Let's check. Who else? BW Silverbolt. Let me check something about BW Silverbolt. Let me check something on the test server. I think he's getting buff as well. I completely forgot about him. He's so forgettable. Okay, so you look pretty happy. Yeah, I am. Okay. Chromia buff. Okay, Chromia buff. 60% increased damage effect. Okay, let me check. Let me check Chromia and then let me check. 60%. Yeah, that could be powerful. And for 15 seconds. Okay, that could be powerful. Very interesting. I get it. You know that also paired with bot buffed by Inferno. Is Hotspot getting a buff? Yes, he is. Hotspot is getting a buff, so let me pull it up. He has the 4 star, but basically he gets 80% health. He gets the health, right? Reflect stays at 60% for 5 star. That's really good, you know. Does some normal damage, you know. Taunt is there. He's getting a buff. I think he's fine now. He's stay plus stay, but I think that's pretty okay. He's pretty fine, I would say. Let me check. And also BW Silverbolt, I said. Drop a bomb that disables your target. Okay, so basically you stun, okay, and you inflict acid damage. So they listened. I said that since he does damage over time, that things can just heal through it. So they gave him acid damage so they don't heal through it. Okay, thank you for listening. But cost is a bit... I don't like the cost, man. But I have to test it out. This cost is a bit of a stretch, honestly. Quite a bit of a switch. 4 plus 4 would have been... Okay, we'll see what happens. But yeah, now let me go back to I have still a couple of crystals left to pull. Chromia with Skids could be extremely annoying. I could see that to be the case, and also Skids does 3 times more damage to outpost bots, or 4 times I believe if it is a 5-star. So I think you could really wipe out the outposts quite quickly. Now you remind me, I don't have Skids. I don't really have Skids, and I would kind of like to get him. So now I have a bit of a dilemma. Now that you remind me, Skids or Silverbolt, who do I go for? I'm not sure. So if someone has ideas, I'm listening. Skids or Silverbolt? Yeah, that would be huge. And only have Chromia, hence why I'm considering Skids. What do you guys think? I'm leaning towards Skids. And Skids, basically, he would be... Let me show you. It's 50% for Skids as well. Okay, 2-1 for Skids. Okay, I'm gonna wait a few more. Yeah, it's a tough question for sure. If you have Chromia, well, yeah, sure. I do have Chromia. So that combo could be more accessible with Skids. Okay, so this is 4 for Skids and 2 for Silverbolt. I'm gonna wait a little bit more. Let's see what happens. Which bot would you like to see up here? Well, I wanted to say Armada Optimus Prime, but we've all seen how that ended up being, so... yeah. 5 for Skids so far, okay. I'm still gonna wait a little bit more. Another Chromia combo that came to mind was Tasmanian Kid. Well, of course, Tasmanian Kid was just crazy. Crazy powerful. 100% stun, sure. I mean, A was in favor of Skids. Well, let's see. Let's see. Will the streamer luck prevail? Oh boy. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say, guys. I swear it's not me, I swear. Bobby! This is crazy. How many do I even have right now? Let me check. How many I pulled today? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 5-stars in a single day. Oh, what is this? Oh boy. Well, Bredep, now to compensate my next 5-star, I'm definitely chasing Silverbolt for sure. For sure. I'll make sure to go after him and get him. gonna be busy forever now. Honestly, I don't know when I'm gonna operate all of those guys, really. That's so many, really. Let me check how many 5-star do we even have right now. Let me just do this real quick, okay. And let's see here. This page really helps. This page gives passively a lot of crystals. So let's do this. Yeah, it's just fine. It's fine. I think that should mean that I have 48 5 stars. Whoa. Yeah, 10 5 stars in this stream alone. I've saved up a ton of shards. Good luck leveling. It will take forever. Yeah, Bobby, it will take forever, definitely. Silverbolt is super worth it. You'll love him. I believe I will. He's cool, and also I would like to see 5-star Superion. I wouldn't mind seeing him. It's still gonna be quite a while. Let me check. Yeah, Silverbolt is present in the game as a 5-star. I think everyone except Skydive and Powerglide exists as a 5-star already. But then again, for Decepticons, for Devastator, it's quite a bit different. So I think it may be quite a while before we see him. 48 5 stars right now. Yeah, we were at 38 today when the stream started. Now with 48, and I can't really pull out any other 5 stars. Sadly, I think that's it. These I can only get so much. I can get like 1,300 something. That's not enough. And here, while I do have a lot of duplicates, I want a good chunk of them for some I want for rank ups, and I definitely can't pull them out unless wait, let me see Decepticons. I have too little. Even Decepticons I have far too few. Yeah, I have a lot of shards, but it's just not gonna be. Got the meta bundle. Yeah, I got both. I got all. Going to help you break the bank today. I got all the meta maker bundles, all 4 that were one-time purchase. So basically 2 for Autobots and 2 for Decepticons. And they were amazing, really. Damn, this is a lot of shards. Wow. I'm kind of considering, but I don't think I can pull out another 5-star. I really don't think. Oh, yeah, I got all of them. Well, Braider, that really sucks. I'm not sure if they're still available, so if they're available, definitely consider getting them. You know what? Let me open all those Decepticon duplicates, and let's see how good things do. Those combined aggregation. Yeah, the shards really do add up. And Meta Maker was really amazing. Let's claim them and let's see where we are at. I do not think that we will be able to get another one, but I'm hoping that I will be wrong, because I would really like another 5-star and for it to be Silverbolt, so we can really, do it right. Let's see. Okay, I can claim you once. Headstrong I can claim multiple times. Okay, lovely. And also for each duplicate you get 1,000 more of their shards. So maybe I will have a chance to get some extras. Flatline, yes, sure. Deluge, I have a lot of yours. Awesome. You just want to be an air-class master like yours truly. Oh, well, we'll see. Now let me see how many do I have. So I'm at 180. Let's keep going for more. And let's see what I end up having after I collect them all. I also just noticed 214 people in total tuned in. That's wild. And average view duration is 15.5 minutes. That's insane. Honestly, guys, I am at a loss for words. I am at an absolute loss for words. Wow. Wow. This is a new one. Okay. Not a duplicate, but okay. Now let me see. No, not here. Here. Okay, and do I have any? I think I should have one more that I should be able to claim. Headstrong, perfect. And then let's see how many do I have. That's a lot more than I expected. I think we can get another 5-star, guys. I think we can get another one. Let me just go from the end this time around. All the way back. Okay. Who could I exchange for shards? Snarl? Yep. Snapdragon? Yeah. Sludge? Yep. VW Silverbolt, I guess I'll wait and see what happens with the buff. Sideswipe, he's solid, really solid, you know. Rodimus Prime. Okay, let's open this up that I've purchased. And let's see what that lends me. Blades. Blades is really cool. I like Blades, and I should definitely invest even more into him. The hacking really has a lot of potential, for sure. Now let me check. 3,200. Screw it. Let's open all of these. Let's open all of these. And let's see where I end up being. So close. I still need to crack 3. So 3 more to the chopping block. 3 more to the chopping block. Blur is good, but I don't really enjoy him as much, so I guess I'm gonna take this. Let me take Cliff Jumper. And one more. Only one more, only one more, only one more, only one more. Let's do Perceptor. This is going to be an 11th 5-star this stream. An 11. Number 11. Silverbolt. Let me hear you, Brad, up now for Silverbolt. You're in my inspiration. Oh, Slayer, that's those are some big words. Thank you. Thank you a lot, man. For sure. Yeah. So Silverbolt. Let's see. Let's see if Silverbolt ends up happening. You know. You know, hopefully. Okay, let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. I'm gonna close my eyes. Okay. I'm gonna close my eyes. And I'm gonna wait for it to pop. It probably popped up, but I'm gonna wait a little bit more. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. So yeah, I have Silverbolt now. Yeah. For real. But me to answer your question, how's Croatia? Well, it's pretty hot in here. Well, it's actually cooling down a little bit more. Overall, you know, it's nice. It's nice overall, I guess. But yeah. Silverbolt. Pulled once you wanted in one day, definitely streamer. Yeah, definitely. I pulled so many, and a good chunk of them I want. Definitely, this is something else. You're a lucky man, Val. Yeah, guys, you know I am lucky, and I guess I'm even more lucky for the fact that so many people tuned into the stream. 227 people already tuned in. 16 currently watching. 30 likes. We've been going on for 3 hours, and going strong. I'm really lucky that that I have so much fun right now with the streams, with you guys. Definitely, you're right, for sure. Bobby, stream more often, bro. For real, streamer like it's crazy. Yeah, I would love to. I would love to. I think I really like this so far. You know, streaming is really fun. Brad, I accept payment to PayPal, but I can make exceptions. Well, huh. What do I even say? Yeah, I'm such a great influence on the stream, promoted H1 and Skids got them all. Yeah, Bradep, you know, you made a fair point, very fair point. Crazy streamer luck, for sure. that was insane. I was not expecting anything like this to happen. Bradep is scamming. Well, not, I don't know what to say about it, but yeah, it was very fun. Thank you, Action Wheel, for stopping by as well. Thank you. Yeah, that was crazy. And I just noticed I have a war still left to do. I'm just on base 2. And let me check this base. Okay, so I'm thinking of just doing a base real quick. And I have also some energy to spend. So let me see, do I go with Cup or I can go with, I can probably use Afterbreaker. You weren't expecting to pull Batch 1 either, and here we are. Yeah, I wasn't expecting to even touch Batch 1. And now I pulled 4 out of 5. You make a very fair point. Sure. See, Fireproof, so many Fireproof. I don't want to care about Fireproof. Let's go like this. I'll take a Combiner as a precaution. Let's go with the Fencer for his, it's quite excited. I'm also excited, really. I also really like Skids, for example. The acid damage, the acid effect will no longer be negated by the antidote unless they change their mind. But we'll see. That's also why I really like Skids so much. So let me see. Okay, so I have a lot of energy here down. Okay. I want to hear. Yeah, it will be interesting for sure. So okay, I guess I can do it here. Here's Quintus that I need to get rid of, otherwise I will be swarming with sharks. Okay. Here's a Combiner beacon. Which battle booster do I use? I gotta go, my phone is at 9%. Very fun stream, you all have fun summer. I'm definitely being the next stream. Thank you, meme, definitely. Thank you. Definitely, for sure. Thank you for stopping by, and yeah. But yeah, okay, let me see, which battle boost do I take? Probably, how do I take this one? Or there's nothing particularly that I'm seeing interesting, so maybe I can just take Titan Smite Mark 1 because it reduces speed of enemies for 8 seconds, so basically he makes outposts significantly weaker. So I guess I go with that battle boost. And I can do some AoE over here, I guess, with the air raid, but also I want to... Pipes, let's rush pipes here. See, spray starts. Well, yeah, I want to clean up. First I'm going with pipes because I want to get rid of Quintus, so that I do not get swarmed by sharks. And then I guess Sea Spray could clean up this side. Not my guess influencing your decision. It's not, no. I do have to clean up one side to help with passing, so let's go here. Now there's probably a mine. Yeah, I was right. Okay, and before dropping my healer, let me do this with pipes. This is weird. This is weird. Very weird, very unconventional. But let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. And you know what, let's save pipes. Let's drop a combiner just because I can. And I also want to use... let's use the enemy titan for now. Okay, so I popped all of the problematic ones. So let's do this. And Pipe still has a revive from Forge of Souls. So I'm gonna definitely bring Pipes back so that my Minerva doesn't run off. And my Pipes did not come back. Anyways, let's see, what can I tag? I want to get rid of this bastard for sure. And of course I killed the enemy combiner. Okay, let's wait, you know, let's be patient. I guess I'll wait it out. I'll wait it out. And let me make sure I can tag this. I can do this once. I can do this. And then I can do this too. This should be enough to execute. Boom. Perfect. And I want to execute it. I hope it will execute. It's in execute range. Perfect. So now I'm safe in regards to that. Let me see what else is in range. Waterproof is about to enter the range. Perfect. So let's nuke the cluster. And I really want to get rid of this Micronus. So let's do this. Let's prepare this as well. And I do want to get rid of something. Sadly, I think I will lose my my Metro, but it's fine, really. Can do a lot of damage here with C-Spray. Let me rush with Pipes a bit forward. I accidentally did this ability cast. Let's drop Track Smoke maybe. And let's drop the Titan boost over here to stop them. To basically slow them down significantly. And I wish Minerva would get closer. Let's Pipes do his thing for now. Okay. Let's drop Minerva around here, the tower. Okay. And I think they should be able to pull it off, yeah, pretty much. Yeah, that was a pretty smooth one. Okay, base 2. Defensor is interesting, really. I like his after that effect. It's really nice. Okay, I can do this base right now. Okay, I guess that's one base for now. Honestly, all in all, I think that was a really good stream, and I am slowly considering to wrap it up. You know, we've been going for over 3 hours, and you know, it's 11 p.m. over here, you know, almost midnight. So I'm considering to wrap it up, and I'm also kind of out of ideas what to do. So I'm considering to end it. No, I guess I can open a bit my crystals while making his attacks look like a piece of cake. Honestly, I messed up a little bit, you know. Such bases, like when I'm playing live, especially, like I do still feel a little bit of pressure, you know, and the pressure kind of, you know, and me explaining everything that's going on. I definitely do not play as good as I usually play when I'm just, you know, when I don't have, you know, when I can just relax, be alone, when I know that no one is watching. I can definitely play much better than I can, you know, do it without a combiner, without a battle boost, without any deaths. But still, okay, you know, I misplayed, but I salvage it. So yeah, I guess I have to work on being able to play good while being watched and while being filmed. It's definitely quite a bit of pressure. So yeah, 3 hours of streaming, yeah, it honestly flew by so fast. It flew by so fast. 3 hours is crazy, definitely. I wasn't expecting that I will go for so much, especially for a first stream. Just yeah. Let me also crack a few event thingies. It comes over time. Yeah, I hope so. Because still, even when I am recording, I still am just not quite as comfortable as usually. Good night, well, it was a great stream. Off to sleep. Thank you, RK, for sure. Thank you for stopping by. And have a good night as well. I really appreciate it all. And yeah, for sure. Thank you. Yeah, I'm gonna play this a little bit, and then I guess I will have to slowly end the stream. So he should be able to solo this. So let's go over here to avoid as much as possible. And I hate how his ability is locked. One eye, hi, yeah. Hello. Well, unfortunately, we are close to ending the stream. It's been going on for 3 hours, and it's very exciting. It was very exciting, you know. We pulled so many 5 stars. Was a blast being able to take part in from the sideline. Yeah, Bredep for sure. It was definitely good hanging out with all of you guys. You know, 233 people tuned in total. Have a great night, man. Yeah, Bredep for sure. Have a great night, man. Talk to you later for sure. Yeah. Definitely. Whew, I was starting to kind of slowly lose my voice. I guess I was talking quite a bit, you know, over 3 hours non-stop. Yeah. Okay. Let me check now. I think Drift can solo this. Action wheel. It was a blast and hogged my chill afternoon. For sure, for sure, man. And thank you for stopping by. Heard you were wrecking some vids, so yeah. Okay, let me drop a combiner. He had a flare mine. I honestly don't expect a flare mine, but okay, you know, whatever. Otherwise, the Drift would have soloed it because of invisibility, but you know, whatever. But yeah, thank you, Action Whale, as well. Thank you, everyone, really, for stopping by. You know, Now slowly ending the stream. I'm gonna just do just these couple battles and slowly end. Yeah. SC Drift should wrap it up. Okay. Okay, that was enough. So yeah, I'm just gonna finish, I also have the finish event, but I have, let me see how many. I think I can do 4 more battles, yeah, just casual farm battles before I'm off to sleep as well. I gotta say, I'm feeling quite a bit tired after after it all. No, streaming for 3 hours definitely was unexpected. Alright, let's go with nose cone this time around. Let him walk up. Okay, let's go over here. Can take it out. Okay, perfect. And then go over here. Stream was a great time for me after 2 meeting in 2 days. Guess I have too many friends online. Well, never enough friends, you know what I say. So I'm glad that you stopped by, really. And well, yeah, also tired this weekend. Yeah, honestly, I also did work quite a bit. Quite a lot this week. So I'm also exhausted from the work week. But yeah, this stream went a million times better than I would have ever thought, than I would have ever expected. It was so fun, really. My night flew by like this, you know. It was crazy, really. All the pulls of the 5 stars, you know, the streamer luck, it was all insane, really. But yeah, let me just I think I have 3 more battles and then I'm hopping off. So let's honestly, Pipes could have done it all alone. Okay. Two more battles and then I'm gonna have to hop off, really. 3 hours 15 minutes approximately of streaming. And again, I want to really thank everyone for stopping by. I really appreciated it all. It was super fun, and really I didn't expect such huge success for streaming. Just wow overall. Just wow. Okay, let me wrap this up. Let's see if Optimal can solo. Alright. Boom, okay, he did it alone. And I think that's one more battle. Yeah, I pretty much opened all the crystals, and more, all the crystals and more. What else? You know, did a war attack. You know, probably should have done more war attacks in between, because now my bots are stuck on cooldown. But okay. Let's go here with Star Saber. This is my first time using the 5-star right now. Yeah, he's gonna solo it, no problem. Yeah, no problem. Thank you, Action. We'll have a good night as well. Enjoy it. Looking forward to next time. Thank you, Artemis. Yeah, yeah. I see a lot of people here who were pretty much for the whole stream. You know, you were for sure. Others I may forgot a little. I'm getting really tired. But yeah, guys, overall this was just incredible time, And you know, we are ending a stream with 237 total people who tuned in. 15 minutes and 50 seconds was average video duration per person. This was insane. This a lot of people watched. Just wow, just wow. And again, especially you know, it's a live stream, right? So it's you know, the time zones are a thing, so not everyone was able to make it. And I'm still happy for people who made it. Really, again, I really appreciate you. So yeah. Bobby says, amazing stream, we'll love to know when will be next one. Yeah, Bobby, you know what, I'm considering to make it maybe, I'm considering to stream doing an endurance, you know, farm endurance, you know, that could be fun, I guess. Can also level up bots, you know, so people can see, you know, how do we power level and things like that. And Ben says, good night, it was a really fun stream. For sure, man, for sure. It was insanely fun. And it's the afternoon for me, so this time worked great for me. Yeah, you're from USA, I think. Yeah, and yeah, 28% of my viewers are from USA. That's actually the majority. So I guess this time works decently, you know, for both Europe and USA. And I'm not sure how it works for Asia. You know, but you know, yeah, you know. So yeah, we are really great stream. Yeah, Camo for sure. I really had fun. This was incredible, for sure. And hope we'll get more streams. Good night, while and enjoy new bots. Thank you guys. Really, and slowly I'm really losing my voice. So I guess I really have to end it, whether I like it or not. But really, thank you everyone for watching. Really, when it's gonna be the next stream, I'm for sure going to let you know. Hopefully next week. Hopefully, you know, this is going really good. I would love to Saturday and Sunday, but keep your keep. I'll make sure to make a video about announcing it, but also I'll make posts, community posts as well, and also those who are on Discord can also catch me up there. So yeah, I'm gonna have to end the stream right now. Thank you everyone, really. Thank you for stopping by. I really appreciate it a lot. You know, so many of you. 238 people went to stop by. They took their time. They watched the stream. Really incredible. So yeah, thank you, and I guess I'll see you in the next one.